once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and I am excited, man. It's Friday night again, and there's already love showing up, man. Blessings to all of you already here. This Don Lemon in the news today, targeted by Trump's administration. Time to stand for your old pal. But like I said, man, he didn't reply to my attempts to follow up with him, so he's kind of on his own. But as Snafu says, that's not very life coachy, Jack. Happy Friday to everyone joining in. I'm feeling good today. I really am, and I hope all of you are feeling good as well. And yeah, the intro builds up, man. There's something about it. And Snafu, yep, Jack, do better, be better. It's not bad advice. I can't argue with do better, be better. Not at all. Blessings to everyone. Let's see. Our poll over Moose, sure. Yep, loving the intro. Let's see. Oh my goodness. You're a failure in working progress. Do better, Mr. Cott. Well, hey, if anyone knows, it must be the Snafu strike team who knows, right? Blessings to all of us. Hey, Jeremy, blessings to you too, man. Glad to see all of us joining together again. I'm hoping to share pretty good vibes. There are lots of good folks here already, and these are just the ones who popped in the chat, right? I know there's more here, there's more joining, and as we continue, sincerely, a truly heartfelt, genuine appreciation. Thank you to all of you who may tune in and join me today, whether you're here in the live and in the present, or at the later time and you're checking in later. May the spirit of love, Christ, and life be with us in fullness today. That's the idea of where my mind is at. In the background, there is a lot of praise and a lot of prayer has been held today. And this prayer, may Jesus be seen in me in spite of me. Boy, if that isn't the truth for me and what Jack's prayer really is. This prayer, may Jesus be seen in me in spite of me. This prayer, it is for the world that may experience me. And so I guess that includes you. That really is. It's directed at you. So may you get to experience. May you see Jesus in me in spite of me. And in line with some of the scripture, and I've got some scriptures pulled up. I got some Bible stuff I want to maybe talk about today. May I become less as the active presence of Christ is invited to take over my life. I never thought to do that, right? But that really is the safest way to hedge your bets, is just invite the Spirit of Christ to take over your life. You know, be wise, be discerning, choose to recognize the Holy Spirit, and then allow the Holy Spirit to be you so that it's lived through you and with you, and not just for you, but for the world who experiences you. Well, I guess that pretty much sums it up. I think that's what Jesus was teaching. So, you know, I'm not claiming to know it all, not in the slightest. You know what? I'm feeling truly at peace today. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link early. Doesn't mean people have to join. But for those who are willing, and actually, Jeremy, if you're here, man, I'd love to chat with you because you've been having a crazy experience too, man. Looshed. Did anyone explain what that means? Looshed meaning kind of drawing out the negative energy. That's my interpretation of the idea of loosh. Um, we are these beings of light. Here we go into the topic and the title today. Uh, Discussing awareness of light, truth, and love. Light, truth, and love. Those those would not be without the awareness, and in the awareness of light and truth and love, all becomes revealed. And as all becomes revealed in the awareness, that is the pure consciousness. And pure consciousness is actually who you and I are when we're not muddied up with all the worries and all the opinions and such. When we are the awareness of light, walking with truth, being with love, that's the way that Jesus was saying to be. It really is. Loosh is what flow state eats for breakfast. Isn't that for true? Isn't that for true? Um, you know, he's living his path. I appreciate you are welcome to join for sure. Oh, bless you, Christos. You're such a wise young man. I don't know how I made it so long in my life without meeting someone so intelligent like you, someone who truly knows the answers for everyone. That's Christos, spoken like a true psychopath. Hmm. The only light we like is distorted, refracted multiplication, manipulation of light. Oh, yeah, and the gaslight variety. Some of you folks like that. Oh, for sure. Some of you like that, for sure. And blessings to all of you. Today, it is Friday evening, Friday night chats with Jack. My hope is, right, the chats with Jack and space for more. Now, what's the more? That's where we're going to have to use some discernment. Um, Sorry, Truth or Cop, what are you doing, dude? Timing people out already, man. What's the dealio, man? Here's some of these ideas regarding light, truth, and love. Is it not? Where was that? In John, yeah, John 14 is one of them that I was pulling up. Words from Jesus, the way to the Father. Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you really know me, you will know my Father as well. From now on, you do know him and have seen him. Speaking to those who would know him, know he. So if Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, how else are we supposed to be? Should we be not like Jesus? I mean, should that be our focus? We just settle for the fact, oh, I'm just nothing and nobody, and I'll never be like him. Or should we recognize that the teachings that he offered, the Sermon on the Mount, right? That's the most powerful, profound teachings. It really lays it all out regarding loving one another, being true to one another, having faith in the Most High, having faith in God and love. following in the way of the truth. Each of us, we have an aspect of the truth that's within us, right? We've got our own subjective reality that each of us are experiencing. Now, that subjective reality, it's from the objective reality, the greater reality, right? So we don't have access to the totality of the truth. Even in our investigations of different times and different things, we can identify many perspectives and many aspects of the truth, but the truth can have an infinite number of variables. And so for us to know the totality of anything, it's actually pretty slim. And that's why, despite how I sound and despite how I come across, I make no claims to be an expert on anything, right? Other than maybe me, because I've spent a lot of time looking at me and studying me, trying to understand who it is and why I am. Gang stalking Gestapo. Sorry. I'm not sure, man. Can run a simp rehab for Grace victims. There's a number of them, aren't there? Nothing wrong with simping. There's a place for everybody. Everybody's got their place in this crazy only ugly guys LARPing like alphas call me a simp. That's an interesting perspective. I could agree with that. Those who are pretending to be alphas, they like to look down and cast dispersions and cast insults upon others. But someone who's really strong and secure in themselves, they don't have to insult others. They don't need to put others down. You're the only one I would watch around my granddaughter. Does that mean you'd keep an eye on me? That I'm the one you would have to keep an eye on? Hey, anyway, here we've got an opportunity and perhaps an update. Welcome back, Jeremy. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Jack?
I'm feeling blessed. I've I've been tuning in on occasion and I'm catching, man. You're like the drama show. You're the talk of the town for a bit.
hmm
What's going on with
Yeah.
that?
Well, things got kind of crazy out in Rhode Island, and I started drinking again. So you know what happens when you start drinking? Things kind of start going downhill.
Mm-hmm.
And I wound up sleeping in my car, and
Yeah.
we had a snowstorm, and yeah, things got pretty messed up. Not the result of simping though, and I do have words on that whole Jeremy is a simp thing. I
Please.
find I find that the guys that called me a simp, they're ugly dudes that don't have a chance in the first place. They don't have a shot. They don't have any shot with any chick. So they go on the internet and talk, and they like go after guys like myself that have confidence, and we know what we want, and we go for it. Going for a chick that you like, it's not simping. Their whole mentality is that you're supposed to be some alpha, and the chicks come to you.
Mm,
But if you like a specific chick, I think it's best just to let them know and
I
kind
agree.
of be honest with it. If you think you got a shot, take it. Don't wait for them to come to you and peacock around like, there's that, I don't know. There's a pattern of guys that call me a simp. They're all ugly dudes that can't get women. But they fall in line with this whole alpha LARPing thing where they still think that if they just act like some type of alpha, magically the women are going to start appearing. But they're all single dudes and they're not with any women, at least not any attractive women that they want to be with.
Yeah.
I just consider myself a little confident. And I think the fact that, people say Grace doesn't want me, sure. but she still keeps me around. She invited me up. I stuck around there for like 2 weeks. She even at the end of it, she still wanted me to come back. I declined. I came home. I'm back home in Illinois now.
Okay.
But I think there are still like the game we play on YouTube, especially since everything I do is publicized. I like to lean into not being honest necessarily, but kind of playing up what I want and what I'm going for and how I want how I want people to perceive me. I don't want to look like some, you know, cliche alpha guy who's got all these women coming after me and I'm just sleeping with all of them. That's not I don't think that's a good look. It seems to be a popular thing, but I don't think it's good to go around just running through women and yeah, no. I think it's best to settle down with one that you like, start a family, and live the simple life. And that's something that I wanted to do with Grace. So I let her know. And she didn't she told me a few times she wasn't interested, for sure.
Yeah.
But I spent a lot of time with her. I felt like there was chemistry. And at the end of the day, she still wanted me to come back and help out. So maybe she was using me. That's definitely possible.
I
But
think so.
I like to take risks. I like to, sometimes things work out. Sometimes sometimes things change. And in my line of work, if it doesn't change, if things go way south, that's content for me. And I got a
True.
lot of people I'm getting over 100 live viewers. I'm getting money out of it. I'm still turning those, what would be called failures, into success, in my opinion. Even though things did get pretty dark there for a sec. What are your thoughts, Jack?
I can see that. I see. I see. Yes, it seems like you are making the most out of what's happening. It seems. I hope. I believe you are trying to be true to you as well, right?
Hmm.
Um, did you sell out a little bit? Possibly. Who knows? I'm not one to judge though, because I don't know all the details. But I did see she was playing. There were things she did as well, which kind of points to playing games with your head and your heart. And that's what women will do. But I don't know. Hmm. I do want. I don't want this to come out wrong because I don't want to place. I don't mean to
That's
be
fine.
insulting by my offer, but I have a feeling that I could help you,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
Because you've already got you've got a strong spark of confidence to you.
Mhm.
Now, is that really confidence or is it kind of stupidity?
Mm.
That's where I'm not real sure at. Okay.
That's where the content is too.
Well, there you go. Exactly. And in this realm too, that is where the content is. And so perhaps that's an area where my ignorance is preventing me from seeing it.
Mm,
But I don't know, man. I think there is something to be said about having two things:
yeah.
going for what you want, right?
Mm,
That's what you said for yourself, and I think that's what you're doing. There's something about going for what you want, but then there is also something to be said about being that strong and independent version of you that
mm.
really needs nothing, needs no approval, needs nothing else but knowing that you're there and available.
Doesn't need love.
Doesn't need love beyond yourself.
Mm. So I think
See, in this,
that's kind of like a nuanced take. I'm kind of
yeah,
old school. I'm kind
all
of
right.
old school. I don't believe in this new everybody is their own person. We kind of navigate society alone, especially on the internet. We all kind of, you know, like it's almost antisocial in a lot of ways. I think
Yeah.
people are afraid of other people, and they delude themselves into thinking that they don't need other people.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I think it's like this new kind of, yeah, this new way of thinking that's unhealthy. I think that we should want to be with other people. I think that if you like a girl, you should let her know. You should try to do things that, you know, get her attention. And I'm not saying give her money, but like, you know, go for it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be called a simp.
I can respect that. I don't know. My views have changed though quite a bit over the years. Maybe as
How
I've
so?
aged, and I kind of slowed my roll a little bit. I mean, I was the type that if I saw someone I was interested in, I would make it very clear, right? No question. Uh, Even if they didn't even know who the hell I was. But then I have been changing towards this. Well, I think in my age and my experience, what I've been learning is to be more intentional, more clear with my intentions. And just because I have a desire or an idea doesn't mean it is the best thing for me.
Hmm.
And this might be something, I don't know. I'm not going to judge anyone else's place, but what I see as a possibility, if you have a clear, more clear purpose for you and your future, that would be what I would suggest. Not just for you, but for everyone. And the reason I say this, like, if you find your goal and your purpose, then your options actually get greatly reduced, right? Because even though she might be attractive, she might have some good ideas for you. If it's not in line with you and your version of success for you, it won't even be, it won't even
What?
be a
I
question.
don't know. What if your goal and your purpose is to get married and have a family? Because I think you're talking
Okay.
about like professionally,
All right.
and I
I
think it's
was.
important to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important to have a, have a job, provide. But I think what's the most important thing in life is relationships. And the strongest relationship you can have is intimacy with the opposite sex, getting married, having kids. I think that's the greatest joy that we can achieve in life. Not achieving the best job or making the most money or being the boss.
I can agree with that. I really can. Hey, we've got a couple of guests. I don't want to detract from you. I appreciate
That's
you
fine.
joining, but I think with Frank Monday, I think he can be a pretty good. He's a family man, and I think he might have some good insight for this too. Welcome, Frank. How are you?
Yeah, blessings, gentlemen. Good to see you, Mr.
What's
Talcott
up, Frank?
and Jeremy. Hey guys, how's it going?
Going good. How you doing?
Yeah, I was going to agree with you, Jeremy. I think go after what you want, man. Be a traditional man. Do your thing. I've had some pretty good success with that, and I think it's a worthwhile endeavor.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I think a lot of
That
that has been lost in our society now. I think just being a traditional man, getting married, having kids, I think that being a priority is now lost. I think this whole new alpha LARP mentality that's really popular, I think it's antisocial, parasocial, and I don't think it makes people happy. I don't think being the boss is necessarily what makes people happy at the end of the day. Having that kind of control and having women throw themselves at you and just running through women, I don't think that makes anybody happy. Short term, yes, but long term, like I'm 35 now. I had a lot of fun in my 20s. I kind of played that game, and it doesn't lead
right.
to anything. It's like I was the boss, had plenty of jobs, I had plenty of girlfriends, but now that I'm in my 30s, I look back and it wasn't like it. What it didn't bring me joy necessarily. It brought me short-term pleasure, power, and those things that, being an alpha, quote unquote alpha, I don't think that's really being an alpha, honestly. But it wasn't something that you can live out the rest of your life and just truly enjoy it. I think
Right.
yeah, I think what's really important is intimacy, having kids, building a family, and that being what brings, that being your source of joy.
Yeah, and the other thing that oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Jack. Go ahead.
Please go ahead, Frank.
I was just going to say the folks, you're right, that are couching this in the language of you simping. Are projecting to an extent, right? They're so terrified that they've been told that of themselves, and then they're seeing what you're doing and pursuing something you want, and so they're just projecting that onto you. Because sometimes people really don't want to see others succeed, right? They'd rather revel in the failure and suck up the loosh and just get a good kick out of the old schadenfreude, as it were.
Yeah.
Here, I think there's another guest. Well, they were trying to join, but so what you were saying about the goal for the traditional, for the family, for the relationship, I can honor that as well. And I forgot you are mid-30s. Yeah, that makes sense. You've been the little, you've been the younger man, maybe had some wilder times, and it wasn't fulfilling. So I can totally relate to that as well. Um, I made mistakes though. Not saying that that's what you would do, but uh, in my ideas of wanting that, I did. I knew as a young man, I didn't want to whore around my whole life. I wanted to settle down. I actually wanted to be a father and wanted to play that role of a family man. Um, what I did though is I sold myself short, right? I didn't value myself, and I put the value in that relationship more than becoming the man I wanted to become. I saw that as the man I wanted to become. The point, I guess, the lesson I've learned really for any healthy relationship, it starts within, right? So you got to be to this point of wholeness and contentment within yourself, and then it becomes a better chance for others. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
and that's kind of a hard place. I mean, we all have. I mean, do we ever really come to that point in our lives? I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, self doubt. I think we carry self doubt throughout our entire lives, like trials and tribulations. We can't really ever escape that. I don't think people ever get to the point where they are fully like, they come to the point where they're satisfied with who they are and they're set. I think we always are going to go through times of doubt, you know, hardship. And to expect that in yourself, I think, is kind of setting the bar high. It's probably why so many men are single into their 40s and 50s, because that may not be a reality. Like, coming to the point where you're completely fulfilled, it may not be. Like, I feel pretty confident. You can tell. I'm pretty confident. Um, I feel like I'm at a place where I am ready for like a family and a relationship. But I still
All right.
experience doubt. I think so. When I drink, obviously I go off the
Hey,
rails. Drinking is a problem.
I'm
But
gonna, yes,
right, right. And that's when a lot
it
of that
is.
comes out. A lot of that doubt and whatever anxiety will happen when I decide to have a drink. So I'm gonna try to not do that. I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna drink
Okay.
again. But outside of that, and like, the reality of life is you can't set such a high bar that you're just waiting around to become another person. You have to
Yeah.
accept who you are, make the little changes that are necessary that are in front of you that will help you get there. But waiting to become another person is why I think a
Yeah.
lot of people are single through their entire lives and never really experience life because they're waiting to be somebody else.
Possibly. Hey, we've got some guests in the back, and I don't want to screw things up, but I don't know all the details. We've got both Grace and Ruby here in the back.
Oh boy.
So, well, I'm not sure. Here.
Wait, Jack, you know what? Put Ruby first. She wants a little attention. She's only been having 30 people watch our streams. Go ahead, put her up first.
Ladies. I think she's been having connection issues too.
Oh,
Something
okay.
has happened. So right when I said that, it dropped off again. So
Okay.
she's passing it off.
Thanks, girl.
Offering you can handle it. Hey, welcome to you, Grace. I'm
Hi, Jack.
grateful to have
How are you
you.
doing?
Good. Did you catch some of this already?
I did. The last part was particularly interesting. Jack, I wanted to tell you, because I was going to do reflections on this today on my stream, and then I saw Jeremy on here, and I figured I'd just say it on here. I have come to realize something, which is, like, I probably should have realized it, but you know how I have these, like, simps and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they act creepy, but, like, I'm not really afraid of them. I never really am that afraid of them, but sometimes they act badly, sometimes they act fine. You know what I mean? But what I've come to realize is the kind of guy who I meet up with, first of all, the reason I'm not afraid of them is because they're not actually creepy. They're not actually going to do anything. And I'm not really saying this to insult anyone. I'm just saying I've realized they actually have so little interaction with females that to interact with me and to come across as somebody who's like, you know, maybe gonna R-word her or something, even though they'd never do it, is the flex. That's what they want to be seen as afterwards. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think so.
Like, I'm not, because, you know, it doesn't quite make sense. Why do you meet up with these guys if you're afraid of them? I'm not afraid. I don't think they're gonna actually do anything.
Right.
But they want to, like, what I'm saying is them interacting with me is an opportunity for them to make a persona for themselves with regards to women. It's like their public persona when it comes to women. And they want to come across as creeps, but they don't actually, they're not actually going to do anything. Does that make any sense at all?
Would you say that I wanted to come off as a creep? That was my intention?
I think, Jeremy, the fact that you squatted in your car, pissing and drinking for 38 hours on my parking lot, you see as a flex because it's like I'm sort of romantic to the point of stalkerishness and like I'm kind of cool for that. I got her all flustered.
You think that was a flex?
I think you think of it as a flex. And the fact that I burned your wallet, I also think you see as a flex.
I don't see it that way at all. I was there because, well, the drinking kind of kept me in a stupor. So I wasn't, definitely not looking to flex. And I kind of wanted to get the job done in the garage. I was waiting for that.
Bullshit.
That was kind of, I wanted to prove that I could get the job done.
By drinking yourself into a stupor? Jack, come on. Look, Jack, Jeremy's taking this defensively. I'm not trying to attack anybody. I'm just saying I'm realizing. Because, Jack, I'll tell you one thing. I did meet up with one guy named Salvo. I didn't like him. And he was like, he turned my camera off. He turned my stream off, which nobody's ever done before. And he was like, bitch, I run the show. That guy was genuinely like a little bit like, I want to get away from him. I don't fuck with this energy.
Yeah.
A little bit scary, but he's not really that online. That's the only guy that I've interacted with who I actually would be like, I don't think so, dude. You're giving me the creeps. The rest of it is just LARPing. It's just a facade. Do you get, like, it's so bizarre to me that a guy would want to come across as a creep, but they do because they think it gives them aura. Does that make sense?
I think so.
I mean, Jeremy's free to disagree. I think that's what's going on here.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I wasn't, like, that wasn't a flex. That was clearly, I mean, that was not a good look for me. Like, squatting, quote unquote, sleeping in my car,
not
drinking beer. Like, I was just hanging out, passing the time. And, yeah, it really was kind of, I mean, I was kind of just waiting for, I mean, I don't know. Once I got to a certain point, I was kind of out of it. So at that point, like, yeah, no flexing. There wasn't really a game plan. I was just waiting out the storm. But to say it was a flex, I mean, clearly you'd have to be insane to think that that was some type of flex. Sleeping
I
in your
agree. You
car,
would
drinking
have to be
beer.
insane to think it was a flex.
Yeah,
But
no,
I think you think it was.
I don't
I've
think
made some
I was
progress,
not.
Rusty.
I was not flexing at all. No, and I really just
Um,
wanted to spend time with you. I think, like, yeah, I wanted to keep spending time with you.
No, see, you're playing a game where you're saying, I just wanted to spend time. You didn't.
I'm
That's when you
being
drank
honest.
yourself into a stupor. You knew I wasn't going to hang out with you when you were shit-faced drunk during a
Well, you did.
blizzard. You knew that I wasn't going to, but you
You
did it
did for
anyways.
a little while, but no, yeah,
So
things got like
that's
weird in the
really
text
not enough of
messages.
an explanation.
Jeremy, it does seem pretty suspect, and for that many hours, there had to have been something going through your head that had to kind of say maybe this isn't a good idea. But
I
did
tried
that
to leave at
voice?
one point, but I got snowed in, and I don't know. I didn't expect the storm to get that bad, and I was fine. Like, I
These
was
are all
fine.
lies. You knew that it was
No,
2 to 3 feet coming in.
I didn't know that.
I
No.
I
told you
honestly did.
many times that was true.
I did not
Maybe
know
you
that.
didn't
Listen,
believe
listen.
it.
I'm not really attacking you. I'm saying it would be important for you to realize what you're doing, which is maybe you're trying to create a persona because you listen, most male streamers, especially low level, don't get to interact with a female IRL. I'm not saying I'm the sexiest anything. I'm just saying generally speaking, IRL is a male dominated field, especially low level IRL. So everybody gets this kind of opportunity to show their riz. And I think what I'm realizing is like Lalo groping me, you getting drunk. It's not that they actually think they're going to succeed. It's that what you guys want to come across as is sort of like romantic, desperate creeps.
Hmm.
Because there's something sexy about that in your mind. I think that's true. I could be wrong, but I think that's what you're doing.
Well, I think that especially when I drink, I kind of turn into a romantic. Like, I kind of genuinely feel romantic, and that's what I was expressing. For me, it wasn't a LARP.
That's not true.
But
When you drink, you get angry. And you text me that I'm a whore who sucks black dick, which I
no,
don't really
that's when
care
I get
about. But
that's when I get blackout drunk, and then yeah,
well, when
that's
you
when I get
drink, you
defensive.
get angry. That's what happens.
Sometimes I do. Yeah, our alcohol
Yeah.
makes me angry. Yeah,
So
but
Yeah,
no,
it's
I mean,
I don't really
absolutely
see that as
something you should keep
romantic.
in mind is that drinking is a kind of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde situation. You know, you're dealing with two
Mhm.
very different people.
yeah,
It
and
does
that
change.
turned into
Yeah.
that turned into me drinking too much, and then
Hey,
Jack,
Dad.
how are you? Hey,
yeah, I
Grace.
kind of
Jeremy.
felt oh, I got a little defensive. I'll admit that. Yeah, here comes the analysis.
Jack, I see this huge opportunity for you. And I'm not even saying for you. I'm saying for humanity.
Hmm.
You are so good with younger men. Jeremy's not really a young man. He's in his mid 30s.
Younger.
But you
Yes.
have gentleness with them. I do not have.
Right.
I'm sympathetic with young women, but I just don't have it. Even my own sons, like I'm somewhat alienated from them, and maybe that's my fault. But Jack, you must realize when he's like, I'm a trad guy, he has no trad credibility. He's not a trad guy. He has no job, no education, no work experience, no skills.
Who, me?
You're not going to get a trad. And
I've got
I'm
I've
just
got
saying, the
plenty
news
of
flash is
well, none of that's true
a
about me.
trad woman is not going to be attracted to a guy who
That's not
has
true at all.
no trad credibilities, right?
I've
I
got
mean,
I've got plenty of
There's
work experience.
you were looking
there's
for a job as a
very
groundskeeper today.
Yeah,
that's
That's not
okay.
a career. It's
it's
Well,
not a career.
okay. It's
Streaming
okay, but it's not.
streaming is my career. I've been doing this for 5 years, starting to make money. I'm getting a bigger audience. I do look at streaming as my potential career. I know
do
that
you
sounds
really?
crazy, but I do. Yeah,
But
I made
that's
a
why I
suggestion to
travel.
where?
you for
How?
That's
streaming and
why I
you didn't do it.
travel around. I make sacrifices for the content. I genuinely
But
look at this as a potential career.
wow. But I don't want to diminish what I've seen, but there's got to be better career options for you than that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I
I
mean,
like the game.
what is it going to be? Just content? I mean, chaos content?
No. I wanted to do travel content. I wanted to turn into like a travel channel. And maybe not stay on YouTube. Maybe make my way into like a bigger network or something. But build the skill set so that I can do travel entertainment. I want to end
Okay.
up in Europe this year at some point, and maybe
But every
that'll.
day it's something entirely new, Jeremy. Yesterday it's comedy. Today it's YouTube. And then it's
That is
IT.
true.
No,
You have a
it's
basic. No, we actually ran this
doesn't
through
change.
ChatGPT. We actually ran your thing through ChatGPT. And
Oh yeah, great
ChatGPT
AI.
said something interesting. I think Jack would agree with. A lot of times people who abuse alcohol, what they're doing, the alcohol bridges the gap between reality and their fantasy world. And it allows you to not have to put it together. Because I think a lot of people are avoiding reality. And so to bridge the gap, substances a lot of times, right? They mess with your mind, they can whatever. But what ChatGPT said is what you need to do is boring things consistently. You're living in your mother's house. You should get
That's
out of your mother's house as soon as possible, prudently. You should get a job, stay with that job, show up every day, not for a few weeks, not for a few months, maybe for a few years. And then do things like comedy, YouTube as a hobby. But don't do it, don't leech off your parents. Don't hang on other people to make things happen for you like you did with us.
Yeah, Ben's right there. And you got to sacrifice the alcohol because it destroys your clarity.
Yeah, that part I'm very aware of.
You got to be really real
Hey,
about what you do and don't have right now because a lot of people would say you've wasted your life up to this point, and would they be
well,
wrong?
No.
hey,
The thing is, through
hey,
my 20s, I
let me
held
jump in
jobs
here.
down. I had relationships. I experienced a very
Yeah.
normal, traditional 20s for a man. In my
Well,
30s, things changed up a
Not
bit.
true.
well,
Hold on, I'm going to check on
here,
that
You're
quick.
not familiar with my 20s. I held a job for 3 years managing an Italian restaurant when I was 19 to 22. And then I managed a Cinemark
okay.
for a year. And like, I've done pretty well for myself. Jack,
Actually, I want to actually swing back to where Ben was starting.
yeah.
Um, I do believe I could offer some perspectives and some support that could really help you get some more clarity on
Well, let's talk
what
about you, Jack. Jack, what are you doing? How are you, like, do you have a full-time job? Are you
Wait
doing
a
these things?
second, Jack. I know you're smart to not fall for this. This is what Jeremy does when he
I
feels
want to see
defensive.
that
He
he's an
deflects and
example.
says, "Well,
If I'm
you're
going to
not
listen to
perfect either."
somebody, no, I want to
That
make
is
sure he's the
100%
right
what he does.
example. If he's going to help me out, what
Cause,
hey,
kind of
cause, cause
example is he?
Jack, when I asked him, did he work hard? He said, "Well, you didn't work that hard." And I said, "It doesn't matter whether I worked hard or not. We're asking about you. You
Well,
can
that
then
was a
ask
separate
me."
point about
But
the
every time
garage.
he's triggered, he deflects to whoever's triggering him.
Yeah, let,
actually
let
No, I
Jack
made a
play it
very
out.
that's
clear
what
point. If I'm going to
that's
listen to
actually what
somebody,
the
they
ego
have to be
does.
a good example and prove to me that they're worth,
Okay, but
helping.
Jeremy,
Words aren't just going to cut it.
here's the reality. If you think I need to prove myself to you for you to be able to listen to me, you're already off the mark. Okay, because
I think
what
that's a
Grace was
very
pointing
reasonable
out,
request. That's a very
yeah,
reasonable request.
yeah, for someone who's ignorant and doesn't actually want to know, it's an easy out. And what Grace is pointing
I
out, it's
really
not
don't think.
just
If
it's
I'm going to listen to you and trust you, I need to know your credentials and like
hey,
I need to know that
okay,
you're worth trusting. Otherwise,
But
I
sure,
but
I
even
get
on that
set up
level,
for
Jack
failure.
streams consistently and has built a consistent channel. He is consistent with his streaming, and
yeah,
he has a solid thing that he does every day.
But he doesn't
He
lean on it as his only
objectively.
source of income
no,
either.
no.
Ben, what about you, Ben? You do this. You lean on it. Like it doesn't make any sense for you guys to be talking right now because you're in the same boat as I am. The only
I'll tell
Not
you
difference
by
is
what,
a
I'm 35.
No,
not by a
Jeremy.
I'm
No.
35
landslide.
in terms of being full-time streamers and leaning on that as a career.
We're close to making six
I'm
figures a year,
35.
Jeremy. I mean, what are you
I'm
talking about?
35. I got plenty of time to make it doing this. I can do jobs, that
mm-hmm.
aren't
Sure,
necessarily
as a
my career.
hobby, that's
Often
fine. That's fine. I don't think
not as a
anyone's
hobby,
saying
as an
like you don't
income
have a
source,
place on YouTube and you
as an
shouldn't do it.
income,
But you've
as
been
I
at it
can
for
make
5 years.
income
You have
outside
very
of it
little to show
while
for it.
this works out.
I'd really like to be able to finish a thought. Okay. I know you've got disagreements, Jeremy, and you're fine. You're entitled to have those disagreements. I guess he's not interested. Um, what you pointed out, Grace, it's actually a common pattern of the ego, the psychology of people. When we get insecure, that's exactly the tactics. We distract, deflect, and accuse, right? That's the
Hmm.
method of chaos.
I know because I do that too. So I know, but it's like it's so obvious with him. As soon as you start questioning, he goes, "Well, what have you done?" It's like, "Well, that's really not what we're talking about."
Yeah, good advice is good advice. Like I'm willing to sit back and listen to Jack, and what Ben said a moment ago is absolutely spot on. You know, you have to be able to be willing to do the boring things consistently.
Frank, do you have
Um,
lighting where you are? I mean, I
Sadly,
like it.
it's
I
like
like it. But,
it's like 5 a.m. and everybody's asleep, so
I see.
I'm hiding out
yeah.
in the kitchen. Yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey, and please, I don't want to disparage Jeremy. Jeremy, that's not my intention. I don't want to belittle him. He's living his life, right? And he's doing things his way, and I can respect that. Um, but what I was trying to get across is, and thank you, Ben. I actually do think that my life experience and my education has prepared me to help a young man, help him figure out what his purpose is.
You know what I see so frequently with these young men, Jack, and I don't think it's their fault. He's got the hierarchy exactly backwards. Like, and he's like, what I need is a woman and marriage and children. That is the last thing. Whether or not he thinks that is the foundation, a woman will never say, yeah, you got nothing else going on. Lean 100% on our relationship. And now I'm going to pump out kids based on your zero, kind of provider qualities. Like, it's so delusional, but it's so common. And I think it comes from younger men who have like kind of mommy issues. They expect, like, he's literally living now in his mother's house at age 35. I can understand at 20, 21. I can understand if you fall on hard times, but like, literally, he's not going to even to dad. He's going to mom and
Right.
hoping that mom's new husband's going to give him a job, which puts a lot of strain on the mom. It's really not fair, but it's not good for anybody to be keeping doing that. And it's probably sick on their side too, that they're not, just saying like, no, you know what I mean? There's like that, as a parent, it's very hard to avoid enabling kids when they claim, what are you going to do with a kid who says like, I'm lost, I need, you know what I mean? It's very hard to say no.
And I think it comes from a place from guys who have been dealing with girls that were raised without fathers, right? Because they tend sometimes to be too permissive, and thus young men who are in the battle of life, they think that they
Wait, say it
can
again,
make.
Frank. What do you think? It comes from what?
Oh
What
my,
is it?
my comes
Women?
from young men who have been dealing with girls who were raised without fathers.
What comes from that? Their desire for
that
a
that
mother?
attitude, no, the attitude that I'm in a position where I'm still unstable and grinding, but I can still start these other things that are going to be long lasting. Whereas Jack was saying earlier, you need to kind of level up first
I don't get the
in order
connection
to.
you're making. I'm just sincerely saying. You're saying a lot of guys deal with women who don't have strong relations with their fathers. That's true. What does that have to do with like what you're saying?
It
I just
builds the
don't. I don't get the.
attitude within the man that when they're still in the chaos of becoming and they really don't have
Yeah.
anything to offer, that they can still get into a long lasting,
Oh, I see what you mean. Because girls are
fruitful
kind of easy
relationship.
to hook because that they just want a male in their life. Is that what you're
Well,
saying? That's
yeah,
kind of easy.
Codependent.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Oh, I see
but
what you're
I mean,
saying.
it was specifically with Jeremy. Like, he doesn't even want a partner. He doesn't ever date. He hasn't dated
He
for
loves the
years.
fantasy, I think.
I mean, he hasn't
No.
gotten laid for 9 years, and that's a
Yeah.
choice.
Well,
He's not interested. It's
And
some
he
kind of
started his
weird
first thing
fantasy.
was marriage.
bragging point.
Within 2 days of meeting
But,
Grace, he proposed marriage to her, which is not really, it's not being realistic. Like, I don't know if in his mind, he thinks women are like, yeah, that's what I want to do is like take all the risk of like, risk it all within 2 days with a guy in marriage. I don't think there are many women in that position. And I don't think there ever have been. I mean, there are some women, but like,
But him proposing marriage
if
that
you
quick
don't have
is
a lot of
way-
money or a lot of charisma, like, you're not going to sweep a woman into marriage. I mean,
But him proposing marriage that quickly.
It's a fantasy.
It means that he's actually, what's really happening is he's saying, I'm not on the market at all, and I know that this would never happen. So I'm just making it easy for you to say no.
It's the ultimate like pity thing,
Yeah.
like marry me,
Ooh.
fix me.
I think because he was raised Mormon.
Get
he thinks-
involved in a permanent relationship with me, even though I have nothing to offer. How would that appeal
Yeah.
to a female? I don't get it.
I think because he was
Well-
raised Mormon, he thinks, I'll let you go right after this. He thinks that saying I want to marry someone is better than saying I want to have sex with you.
Yeah, we were watching Elizabeth Smart. It may be a Mormon thing. There was a guy who came and grabbed a 14-year-old out of her house and married her again. Right, and he's in jail now. But like, maybe this is like Mormon Riz is just a skip to marriage. But like, I don't even think among Mormons that's.
There's something in there, and he'll grow out of it. He'll figure out what it is. But in my opinion, it could be possibly what Grace was saying. I heard self-sabotage, right? When we've got self-esteem issues, we will do things that we know aren't going to work, but then we can blame the others. And
Right.
I'm not saying that is what it is, but it kind of sounds like it. Jumping to the unrealistic is a way to
See, now I think Jeremy actually, he's a fairly good looking guy. He's kind of
Yeah,
trim. He could
Yeah.
actually appeal to an older divorced woman, realistically, to say, I want to be the son who's a lot easier to deal with than the man you failed with who was your own age. You see what I mean? There's a weird way in which the cross-generational thing could work. He could be a kind of, and it would be healthier than having his mother do that for him, because that's the last person who should be your sugar mama, is your actual mother. And if he feels like I can't do anything without female companionship, okay, well, that's a way to do it. Lalo has apparently found someone who on the weekends gives him $50 to whatever. And, I mean, maybe that's where they got to go first. If they insist,
I
first
think
thing
that-
is
that-
women.
That dynamic would be time limited, though. Like, it wouldn't be satisfying over the course of a lifetime.
I agree.
But
I agree.
It might be a temporary fix.
um
Modern
know.
thinking.
I-
Yeah, Jeremy. What is this new personality? I'm a traditional man. You live in your car and live stream for donuts.
Well, I just think there's a lot that Jeremy has in common with your mother, in the sense she partied through her 20s. She, abused substances, and then she became trad, around the same period of time. But that's not really becoming trad. That's just more of the modern thing, except you're saying like it looks kind of bad when you're in your 30s and 40s and 50s to be just a
True.
drunk loser going around like from short-term job to short-term job. It's a younger man's game, and people have sympathy for it, and you can find women, right? But like,
it's a
you're not going to pull like this kind of Mormon virgin kind of idea, like from a girl who's got a lot going on. Is just not going to find anything appealing in a guy who's kind of hitting his like the male wall
yeah.
of saying like, I'm not a young man anymore, and I don't have anything to show that a woman would appreciate for my last 20 years of my life.
Jack, what do you think about that? Do you think men hit the wall too? Like around 30, 35, you're kind of permanently a bachelor? Because my dad's theory is like, once you get to that age and you don't have a long-term relationship, you're not really going to be ready to deal with a woman's needs and kids and babies and poop and all that. You're kind of like stuck in bachelor mode, getting yourself to
It becomes a different type of a relationship. If you're with a younger woman, you're in your late 30s, it becomes more like a deal than like you're all in.
Possibly. Everyone is different. I
True.
mean, and even
Yeah.
on the individuals, I know my mindset has changed back and forth over the years. Once my marriage ended, I swore I would never get married again. Didn't want anything to do with a relationship. And then I did meet a woman who it took me a long time, but then my mind started changing and I wondered, well, maybe I could be in a relationship. And then she dumped me too. And so, um,
But you're not probably looking for like someone 20 years younger, 30 years younger than you,
no.
because that's just not going to make sense for either side.
Jeremy, you're acting like a teenage fool. Okay. I'm not going to take advice from this person. I'm not going to take advice from this person, you know?
Wait, but Jack, I can
Sure.
prove him wrong because as a woman, it is objectively hotter that you're a divorcee, which is pretty lame for a guy, than that you haven't been laid or had a relationship for 9 years. Like,
For
at
9
least
years.
someone was
You
interested,
had
someone
kids, you
committed,
did,
and then it fell
sure.
apart, but like, at least you tried, like,
Yeah.
genuinely. I'd rather date a divorcee than someone in Jeremy's position. Any woman would. At least you
Yeah,
got a
true
woman
facts.
to
There,
commit.
it's not all negative. Yeah.
No.
And I
Yeah.
think divorced men often get remarried more so than guys who haven't succeeded yet or haven't
Yeah.
done the
Yes.
show
Because
really.
they're kind of
Yeah.
like they're used to being married. They want to do it again. Might not be as fun or whatever, but like they want to re.
Well, they're capable of the basics.
Yeah.
Unless the marriage lasted 2 months. Okay, then
Right.
it's not really.
There is something that I do kind of want to address.
Mm.
And I actually welcome your guys' honest input too, related to me. Because Jeremy wanted to press, why should he listen to someone like me? Well, I've mentioned my experience and my education. I have studied what other coaches, what other people training in success, what they've been learning. I actually know quite a bit. Now, are the results visible in my life? No, they're not. But the reality is, this online stuff, it's not my number one focus. My number one focus is a better world, right? The whole world. I've got goals that most people don't believe are possible.
Well, Jack, I would when you say, "Do I have the results?" Okay, well, what is like the sign of wisdom that you're willing to take criticism, that you roll with the punches, that people attack you and you welcome them back? I mean, I think those are results. You might say like you're not a millionaire, but like I think those are things that only younger men think are going to make them happy, anyways.
Yeah, and I think
Um,
Grace pointed it out earlier on too, that you've kind of got the cheat code to life. You know, you're able to do this thing, and you've done that other thing already, as we all said, right? And now you're grooving in something that is consistent and does bring a consistent audience. And
yeah.
yeah, it's kind of a magic, you know. A lot of married men like me that are still under the gun and raising kids, you know, this is something that we wish we had, you know, to an extent, that freedom to enjoy life again.
Mm, yeah, I don't know. I do know that this is our one lifetime to live, and we can make all the mistakes we want. We can keep repeating the mistakes, or we can just talk ourselves out of succeeding. And I wonder, in my own days when I was drinking, I know for a fact, in hindsight, my drinking was a direct result of my inner issues. I was drinking to escape because I was unhappy with my life and I was unhappy with who I was. I'm not saying that's what Jeremy is doing, but I think that many people, you know, when we have these patterns of intoxications or self-abuse, I'm sure that's what it's from. It's our unhealed issues from within.
Yeah, I think fantasy is often a problem for people that you know, it's okay to have fantasies. It's okay to have dreams, let's say. But a fantasy shouldn't take the place of reality. And when you look at reality, you go, "No, I'm just going to talk about fantasy."
Yeah.
You can have dreams, but
Ben, it's funny you say that because it made me crack up because that was a comment I left earlier today regarding the state of the world. when mankind chooses to love the truth more than our fantasies, we're going to reform the governments. We're going to end the legal secrecy. That's the key. We're here to love the truth. And we were born into a world that profits from people who love the lies.
Yeah,
Got a couple more guests here.
you got to be willing to build up a better reality than just being disappointed that it's not living up to your fantasy.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Melody.
Melody. Hi, Queen.
No, come on.
And
Lalo.
That's just subterfuge.
Same
No.
tier of caller. Yes, put them next to each other. Thank you.
You're dead inside, bitch. All right, so my motive here is that I believe that Jeremy should be left to wither on the vine. Y'all have his laptop. Who cares? Right? I think Jack agrees. You know?
no,
I mean, I think we're trying to make something out of the arc, considering he was, involved with us for like 2+ weeks. It's hard to make it into anything. I even had somebody messaged me and said, "Hey, can you give me Jeremy's number? I just want to do some light trolling." And I was like, "Okay, fine, whatever. He doesn't care. He's already been doxxed." So I gave it to them. They get back to me and they go, "I can't do anything with him. Surround yourself with better people."
Can't even troll him.
Yeah, no, they're like, "This is worthless." What am I? They're like, "I was wasting my time."
But Jack, what about if you? I think you have much more patience than I do with young men. What if you make deals with young men and you do it for content and say, like, I'm actually going to make decisions for you, not because you like doing that. Clearly, you don't want to control people's lives, but sometimes young men could use, someone to say, like, okay, like, I'm actually going to do like a real metric to see if you're sincere. Do this thing and I'll continue to buy in. You know what I mean? Like they do with these people who want to get their stomach stapled who are 700 pounds. They first make them lose like 100 pounds on their own because the stapling of the stomach isn't going to work if you don't also change your habits. You know what I mean? And I think it would be interesting. It would be interesting to say to someone like Lalo or Jeremy, like, let me give you some actual doable things and I'll check back with you like in a week.
Like the Boy Scouts or like a cult?
Well, doable for what, and what are the people that Jack's supposedly supposed to help actually going to, like, what are they asking? Because you seem to have everything figured out, right? So,
well, I'm saying, like, if I was talking with a young woman, I would say, usually if she's disconnected with her father, like, I want you to make contact with your father, between now and next week. I want you to reach out to him or make an effort to, and then we'll talk about that. You know what I mean? With young men, I think it's a little bit different, although that's also part of the issue. But anyways, I just think like there are these people who are living in a fantasy land. Like I don't know if their brain is capable of being realistic. Like go pursue that job,
I
So
think
it
it's a
either
good idea. Get out there, ghost and grind for a while.
And it
Come
would
back
be
with a
interesting
car,
content. It'd be interesting
come back
content
with a
to do it
mortgage.
publicly, to be held accountable. Did you do this one thing that we kind of made a contract that you would do?
possibly
If not-
nefarious.
what?
That could be nefarious, making content out of that.
Who cares?
Well, I mean,
No,
Melanie, with someone like
I-
Jeremy, I mean, do you really give a shit? I mean, he's obviously, it's not even like
What's nefarious about
trying to hurt him. It's
trying
like,
to
who
publicly
cares?
help someone and use the public nature of it to hold them publicly accountable? I don't know what's nefarious about it.
there
I
could
guess I
be
just said
value in
potentially,
that.
where like, especially if you get audience captured by noticing people really like watching people fail and their kind of reactions to messing up, like a lot of reality TV's like.
But why do they have to fail? I mean, they could succeed. Ben could be
Right.
conditioning the next
Just-
generation of men to be huge successes.
It's
And that's-
harder. It's harder
plus-
to make drama out of that. But anyways, I'm just.
Well,
piping
it's
in.
sort of a long-term drama, though, fighting against yourself, your own inclination.
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I'm saying you win either way as a creator because yes, you right. If they fail, people like to do that, but I do think people like to see people succeed. Also,
Here,
it's
So-
rare,
We've got
but
Jeremy back. I'm going to give
Oh, he's
him a
back.
chance.
Yeah, I'm
And it
back.
played out, Ben.
There's
It's
so
a good
much.
model.
There's
The
so much
Apprentice.
irony here. Like, So I got a vision for my life. It's not a fantasy. It's more of a vision of how I want my life to play out. And I'm working towards that vision. I like to do comedy. I did stand-up comedy for the first time twice. I liked it. I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to bring that into my YouTube streaming. I'm working towards a vision that I have. Call it a fantasy, call it outside of reality, maybe. But things could still work out because that's the future. The future is not set
Can
in
I ask a
stone.
question? You know, in order to succeed in comedy, you're gonna have to have a job and do this on the side like 2 to 3 times a week for months and months and months
Yeah, that's
to get
my
any
plan.
build up.
That's a part
But
of my
how many
plan.
stand-up sets have you done?
But you have
since
yet to
you
tell
did
a
one
joke
2 weeks ago.
anywhere. I've never heard you tell a joke.
There
Let me-
were jokes
let
in
it
my
be
bit. There were,
restored.
and not to mention those two open mic nights. I didn't prepare any material. That was all
Yeah,
Have
off
you
the top of my
prepared
head.
any
They were
material
fucking
since
terrible.
then?
Yeah, I've got a notebook.
Well, why
I got
don't
a
you
page
tell
and a
us
half.
one joke?
And I got a lot. That's subjective, Ben. I got a lot of
Objective?
good feedback.
Why don't you tell us one
Shut up,
joke?
Waldo.
Do an
some-
RFK impression, Jeremy. If you're witty, you'd come up with that, okay?
I do
Come
have
on.
some
Oh,
experience
Waldo,
here,
shut
and
up.
No, fuck
I
you.
was in the stand-up scene for 10 years. I spent like the first year and a half just watching other comedians. So yeah, like back to what Ben was saying earlier, you got to be willing to do those boring things, sit down and take notes, and you should definitely start working on your sets. Like, have you got a book of sets already? Like, have you been working on your
That's a
quips
part
and
of it.
your jokes and stuff?
I got my notebook right here that I picked up while we were collaborating.
Okay, Frank, come
Good
on.
man.
Is there
How about-
anything
You've taken
in
the
it?
first step.
Wait a
You've
minute.
taken
Why
the
don't
first
you mock
step.
Jeremy and say a joke now, since you have the experience, 10 years of? I mean, you're magic. Go ahead, mock him.
I'm also 10 years out. Mock him.
Oh God! Oh, you're the same person.
Motherfucker living in
I'm
your
working
car,
on it.
baby.
You're
What's
a
up with
Jeremite.
that?
Yeah, you're not a
I
Jacobite.
want to
You're
be
a
like
Jeremite.
Jeremy. I want to chase girls around town, live in
Jeremy's
my
a
car,
baller.
not take a shower.
You're jealous.
Get-
He's like 6'1", in his 30s. He looks
Frank,
like
can I
a
ask
dollar
you
store
something
bag.
about the comedy scene?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm just saying, Jeremy can correct me. We went to 2 open mic nights in which 90 to 95% of the people were going to be doing the open mic, if you know what I'm saying. So there really was no audience that wasn't also going to be going up. I don't think the read you get from that audience is very accurate as far as whether you're. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because in a certain sense,
Oh,
it's like
absolutely.
it's
Totally
like a
agree.
support
Most
group. There's
Most
no
comedy
hecklers.
scenes are filled with other comedians. Yeah. So, like when I went into it, I went up there with the intention to talk a bunch of shit about them for telling the same jokes for the last
Right.
couple of years. Right. And we did other things. Like I got together with another guy. We organized our own group. And then we did a show where we had 2,500 people buy tickets.
That's
So we
remarkable.
were fairly successful. Yeah. But yeah,
Because what I'm saying is
We
that's
start
an
at the bottom.
audience.
We start at the bottom. You work your way up.
Like Drake.
All of the smaller ones that you get, you're guaranteed stage time. It's not necessarily to get a response from the audience. It's to get comfortable on stage telling jokes, so that when you are lucky enough to get that audience, you're ready to go.
Yeah, that's
And
fine. I think that's
constantly,
fine, but you won't know if you're funny in that milieu because everyone. It's like doing karaoke. Everyone's
right,
going
right.
to clap.
You'll know what-
Everyone's
you'll know
going to
once you-
clap, no matter how
you'll know
bad your
once you
karaoke
get the
is.
real
'Cause we
audience.
well,
understand.
That's
audiences
when-
do rotate, and there
That's
are
when the
nights like
verification comes.
throughout
But-
the year where it's
Yeah.
90% other people that show up. So yeah, that is rare.
Yeah, but you got to
But
work your
Jeremy,
way up.
you don't really believe in this vision. You don't believe it yourself because my dad said he would bet you $1,000 that you won't get paid a single dollar to do any
Fuck.
comedy this year.
He's betting
course
coins
not.
on
A
it.
dollar,
Yeah,
not
first year.
$50. He said if you get paid $1 or more to do any comedy this year, I'll pay you $1,000. You didn't take the bet, so how do you believe in it?
That's the other
Nobody
thing too.
makes-
You got to organize your own venues for
Yeah,
making
yeah, no.
money. So you
I
have
wouldn't
to start
expect.
making
Well,
money.
that's
from
why I
it.
didn't take
Otherwise,
the
it
bet.
doesn't
I
work.
wouldn't expect to make money my first year. You don't make
Not
money.
That's
$1?
brutal.
That's a problem.
You should just be a gigolo.
Listen to Frank.
What
He
about-
was
Jeremy,
in
you're
business.
not-
He said that's
no,
a problem.
No, that's not. That's
You're
not. The
not,
priority.
Jeremy. You don't
I would
have
make
the
money-
talent. You
Oh,
don't
whatever.
have the talent. No one
I
thinks
was.
you're
I
funny.
got plenty of people that thought I was
not-
great, and I had the stage presence.
let's
If I
not
write
go
the
there.
jokes, if I sit
Well, I
down
think it's
and write
important to
enough.
say to someone
That's not
like,
enough.
you know, if they're 4'8",
Let him-
like
let
you're
him
not going to
listen
be an
to Frank.
NBA player.
Let him listen to Frank. Frank was in this comedy scene. Okay. Frank, you're saying that's not enough?
No, like people just lauding you and telling you did well and stuff like that does not play out. That kind of motivation does not last. You have to be
I've only
grinding
done it
and
twice.
writing new material constantly.
But tell us
Yeah.
one joke, Jeremy.
I'm not going to do that here. I'm not here to prove myself.
Then why
All
are
right.
you here?
Well,
Jack, he's
That's-
I'm here
disrespecting
because I
you,
got invited
obviously.
up on panel.
Sounds like
to
a
talk about-
fantasy.
If you won't tell a joke on a StreamYard panel, do you really expect us to believe you're going to go up in front of an audience and tell it?
I'm not here
Let's-
to prove anything to you
Let's
guys.
assume we'll let him. You know, this is. He said it's his. It's not just a. I don't remember the words you
Oh.
said. It's your dream or vision. It's not
Okay.
just an idea. And so he's starting.
Wait, Jack,
But-
how about, okay, we can get started with this. How about you give a 30-second sermon as to why Jeremy is valuable as a human being, why you like him, why he's not an
No,
unlikable
Lalo,
fuck.
Oh,
shut
you're
How
up.
about
shut
that?
up.
So
Stop.
No, fuck you, Ben.
God, Lalo, you're terrible.
You and Ben are on the
Yeah.
same wavelength of like being dead inside. Okay, you're.
I think you should respect someone who's older and wiser than you, and not make him
That's
into your
the cope of
personal
someone who is
monkey that you're gonna
unaccomplished.
like
Thank
turn
you,
the
monkey.
Right?
Thank you, Ben.
I'm just spicing it up a little bit. All right.
No,
Well, you could do it more subtly instead of saying like, "Hey,
No,
Jack,
but
here's
you're
your
way too slow
assignment
with it.
from me."
I asked him.
Oh.
He could ask me the same
$5
thing.
to kick Lalo. Send it to Jack.
That's
No.
not enough.
hey,
Right?
actually,
Fuck.
we've got an opportunity here. But before I bring this energy up, I forgot. Ben, Landry has asked if you would be willing to do an interview with him, do a stream with him. Modern Men Lost Again.
Yeah, sure.
He popped up earlier. Put something in the private chat before you got here. So, with that said, here's another wild card.
Destroy him,
Goodbye,
Ben.
hell.
Shut up. Destroy him, Ben. Now, only reason I came up was, how do you keep a black man from drowning?
Your audio
You
sucks.
keep him away from the pool.
Jack,
That's pretty.
Jack, number one, your show sucks. And you're already showing that you'll come over and suck my dick on.
Oh, this is Tommy.
Yeah.
It's Tommy.
I literally
We're
have
with Tommy.
my hand on the mute button because he says slurs like nobody's business.
Was he a little better than Jeremy? Or I mean, at least he's
Thank
tried
you.
at a joke, Jer. So
True.
is he trying to prove himself? I don't know.
Maybe he was just
Yeah.
trying to make people laugh, which is typically what comedians do. But hey.
It is. I guess Jeremy bounced out with that one.
Pussy.
But
He should come back with a joke, don't you think, Jack? He should come back.
Yeah.
See, if he had that in him, he'd come back and say, like, I got a joke for you.
Okay.
Even if he looks it up on the internet, you know what I mean? Like, just give us something.
right.
What if
What do you tell
Well,
a woman? What do you tell a woman with two black eyes?
She should
Nothing.
listen to
She
her
didn't
husband
listen the
more.
first time.
I thought you said black guys.
Black eyes. Two black eyes. Nothing. She didn't listen the first time. That's a funny joke. I didn't. That's not my joke, but like, okay, at
Yeah.
least there's an attempt
Well,
at
yeah, no,
humor. I mean, if you
I agree.
can't do that, I just really think you are in a fantasy world. It's okay,
Okay.
to be in a fantasy world, but
So-
you shouldn't say that's a vision. Because look at me, Jack. Right? So I'm a streamer. You just offered me an opportunity to stream with someone who's
Right.
a smaller streamer. What did I do?
Yep.
I said yes. Okay,
Yeah.
we offered Jeremy a chance to say a joke. He said no. That's the difference between someone who's doing something and someone who's fantasizing about something. I really do think it's important to recognize the difference.
I haven't been saying much, so I just wanted to take this moment to give him some constructive criticism. I don't think Frank could actually tell Jeremy how to improve unless Frank hears Jeremy give off a couple jokes, because I've heard that in the comedy. I'm not funny, so I don't do comedy. But I've heard in the comedy spaces that you can get a lot of constructive
funny.
criticism, and you know, some people will take it, some people won't. But you certainly can't nobody can tell you how to do better until they see what you're doing wrong.
There are two sets of Jeremy's
because there's no
online
magic bullet.
currently. Frank,
Well, and that's
could-
what I was doing.
See,
too,
Frank could
like I was-
probably give him. Frank probably would say, "Okay, I'll watch your sets and give you frank criticism." Well, no pun intended, but
Well, I told him that path too. I said you've got to, you got to get in there and start watching other comedians and ghost and grind and get your book and start seeing what works and develop your own style and your own personality. You can't copy other people. You have to, like you said.
well, you
gotta
could start
get out there
by
and do it.
pulling. You could start
Well,
by
they're-
doing
yeah,
stuff
you're right.
that's
They're-
similar to other stuff. Then you find your own voice, right?
Yeah, there's
But-
a million different ways to go about it. Right?
But if you have opportunities to do that, you don't take them. You gotta
Okay, so
wonder
we're
what's up.
okay. So
That's
we're
not a
giving
bad
him
idea.
advice.
Wait, would Frank be willing to review a 4-minute comedy set? I don't know if Jack, if you're open to that.
Yeah, no, that's
but-
good. That's good. Also, by the way, Jeremy's live. It's titled "The Next Move." He's got 2 viewers right now, so he's getting off to a hard start. I mean, OPC's happy. Yo, that's the Thorpe effect. Oh shit.
What do you think, Frank? Would you give it your professional review? It's only three.
But he
3
won't
minute, 30
do it.
second
He
set.
won't do it.
It's up
Jeremy
to
should
Jack,
be here
yeah,
to take the
absolutely, though.
criticism.
Yes,
He won't
Frank.
show
What's
It's
up.
up to
Big
Jack.
Ed?
Okay, Frank's down. It's up to you, Jack.
You're
If
muted.
not, no problem.
TK, long time no see, buddy.
Oh, you want to fuck him? He's down.
Wow, calm
Lalo.
the fuck down, Lalo.
No, Jack. No, Jack. No, Jack. No, Jack. Let me say, because you know TK a little bit, right? You know King.
A little.
Okay,
Not
King. Every time Jeremy comes up, King has a real heart for Jeremy. Like
Yeah,
he's
I've
a brother
seen that.
figure. He comes up. He's
Yep.
full. He's on his side. He's saying,
Yep.
"Come on, Jeremy. He's willing to have him come visit him." And they make a really interesting team that has comedy in it, in the sense that TK is super enthusiastic and Jeremy is very low energy.
Yeah.
And so I say, like, that's the perfect combo. And like each of them in and of themselves, like TK's a little over the top, I think people would say. Jeremy's a little boring. That's the criticism. You put those together, you can have a kind of interesting dynamic. And TK's willing to do it, and Jeremy's going and living with his mother. Why? You know what I mean?
He's chopped.
And let's see if his
The mic's got
is
it.
your audio there.
Yeah, we
Stop
can hear
groping
you.
it so much. You're
We can
muting
hear
yourself. And take the hat off.
You think I'm worried about being bald, you fucking red boy?
Well,
Why
no,
are
I'm just saying you look a little more
right
handsome
now?
that way.
Now, on top of this,
Oh,
Ben,
novice.
I'm not over the top. Okay,
Are you sure?
Yeah, boy.
I don't.
I think in a great way. You're a
Sure.
color man, but you need a straight man. Like
He's
you're-
under the
Like
bottom.
me.
I think
I've been
in and
called-
of
I've been
yourself,
called
people
that.
have
I've been
trouble
sucking your
following
dick
what
for
you're
days,
doing.
bud. Last couple days, Ben, they say I've been sucking you off.
What the fuck? Yo, that's true.
A little
That's
bit.
true.
I feel like you think so too, Jack? Just because I
Yeah.
get along with the gentleman for a half a second. Frank, I got your ass next there, Donnie Darko.
Wow.
Now,
Damn, Frank.
Ben, we just got to say this. You keep calling me over the top and Jeremy under. I can't be that guy. How about I be just whatever? How about just Jeremy sucks and I'm carrying the show. He's Charlie Sheen. I'm Chris Tucker.
Okay.
On
That's
the top.
kind of what I
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
too.
That's pretty much what it is. We know this.
All right.
Okay.
So
And I do apologize. Go ahead.
TK, respect to you, because I think what you said is probably true. Ben was trying to be nice, I think, but
He does it. He does the nice thing when he shuts the door. He goes,
should we,
you know what I mean? So it's like I can only get too far.
do we
Some.
want to review?
Oh, that sounds fun.
I'd love to. Yeah, it's only 3 minutes. All right, listen up, Frank.
Oh, fuck. This is kind of cute. Is that Juno?
Yeah.
Sorry about this.
This was Manhattan.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're a nice person. All right. First up, you guys need to get excited because this person is digging out of the massive hole I've created for them. Please, let's get it going for Jeremy.
All right.
Get it.
Suck a dick.
So we just got out of the cold. I'm a little red right now, you can tell. A little shaky, but I'm going to get through this. So I spend too much time on the internet. Any of you guys spend too much time on the internet?
Yeah.
I like YouTube. YouTube is
Bad
my
start.
place.
Yeah,
That's where
everyone's
I
on the
love to
internet.
hang out.
Well, it's
Like
okay. Work the crowd
commentary?
a little.
Like
Yeah, give him a
pause.
chance.
Okay.
Okay.
There's no joke yet, but
No
there's.
joke
You guys
yet.
are report going
There's a
in.
build-up.
Well, I'm learning things on YouTube that I don't think I should be learning, especially certain terms. There's one term called a simp. Does anybody know what a simp is?
Oh, yeah, he's losing the crowd.
It
Yeah.
essentially means that you're too.
They're getting
nice.
angry.
Frank says one more thing.
Saying
I'm
something
gonna
you're too
cut all his
nice.
lights out.
And that's a bad thing. So I need to be more alpha. How can I be more alpha? On the internet,
Work
they say
out.
you need to up your body count. What does that mean? I immediately think serial killer. I need to start killing people. That's not a good thing, right?
Later.
My way of upping my body count would be to go to a bar, right? You go to a bar, you meet some women, you have a good time. That never works out for me.
ever. I always seem to be awkward. I always drink too
Can we
much
pause?
to overcompensate.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're about halfway through.
All right, so homie says if I say another thing, he's going to get angry. But this is what I would be doing in the crowd. Absolutely.
Yeah, we
and so
know
would a lot
that,
of people.
bud.
We
It's
would
your
be
darkness
heckling
and
the
your fucking
motherfucker,
camera and them
he's
coming to
already
you like you're
lost
some
us.
fucking worthy.
Sorry, I
Wow,
muted
always angry.
TK for a
You
moment.
gotta-
What were you saying?
Yeah, he gets a little excited.
We
Frank.
would be jiving him a little bit and heckling him a little bit, especially if it was a local comedy scene and it was his first time up. Like I'm a founding member of Comedy Club China, and we did a lot of great things. I've got some credits to my name, but yeah, he's already kind of lost the crowd. He didn't come up with a lot of persona. He didn't come up with any real riz. So yeah, he's already he's bombing hard already, in my opinion.
Mm.
He's doing actually.
I
just
mean,
great
he
for being-
did the
Whoa,
he
why
did
did
the
woman
body
overtalk
count
me when
joke.
The guy was
You can
talking to me. This is
TK,
crazy.
you
This
can
is
work
crazy.
the serial killer thing into body count, but to just say I need to up my body count, I think serial
Why
killer.
are you talking about
that's
body
not
count,
right.
virgin?
That's not
Shut
really a
your mouth,
joke.
woman.
It's like you
Yo,
didn't.
guys,
TK.
Frank was talking to me. Grace, you do this everywhere I go.
Also, what does
Will you let
Comedy
me-
Club China mean?
That's
Like
Okay,
in
we do
China?
try to take turns on here.
We were just the preeminent comedy club in Beijing. So there were a
Oh,
couple
really?
of others.
China?
Wow.
Yeah, Beijing, China. Yeah.
I thought you meant like Chinatown or something.
No,
they
A lot
dropped
of funny people
fucking
in China.
silverware down the
Oh,
stairs.
there was. Yeah, we had a generation. It's kind of blown out, but yeah, it was good at the time.
Do you speak Chinese?
对了，你可以看一下. No, I'm not going to get into Chinese, but yeah, you could look it up. On Funny or Die,
Oh.
we were really big. We had a big presence on Funny or Die for a long time, like probably 09 to
She was
2015.
free.
I would imagine in China you have to be careful about some of the jokes about the regime.
Yeah, none of
Like that would be funny or die.
Funny or die.
No. China, China, China.
Who said
Can
that?
we let TK?
Yeah, we would.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jack. And I do apologize. Whenever I get a chance to cook, baby, you always let me put a little something in the oven. And I respect that about you. Ben, Grace, you get real wild. You get real antsy. Nice hat, though. Lalo, I step in, you say, take my hat off. You're very like, ugh, me. It's controlling.
What did I
Frank,
do? God.
Comedy Beijing? Comedy Beijing is where you're from?
likes-
You're the
likes
arbiter
that
of
cue
Comedy
ball.
Beijing? I'll say where I'm the comedy from. My head, baby. And tonight,
That's where
we're
you're
gonna
the
see if
comedy
I can
from?
come. We're gonna see if we can do this. Because
Done North
All right.
Hollywood too.
Let's continue.
What do you?
Please.
TK.
I'm where the comedy is from funny.
Now,
Shut up,
I'm
bitch.
still working on it, still trying to get out there, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to not be alpha. I'm gonna accept just being a simp. I think that's a good thing to be for me right now. Alright, so I'm from Seattle. Anybody else here from Seattle, from the West Coast? Woo! There we go, there we go. Where are you from? Where are you from?
Wow. Wow.
I'm from Seattle. Is anyone here from the West Coast? Yeah. All right. Where are you from?
Here's another
You don't have time to work the crowd in a 4-minute set.
Here's
No,
some
he
more
just
advice.
didn't have anything else to say.
Yeah, he ran out.
Here's some more advice. Do your comedy in a mirror. Do your routine,
Oh my
practice
God.
it, workshop it, polish it until you feel like you wouldn't change anything or you're sick of changing things.
Yeah,
That's, again,
obviously.
is he a
He's never
12-year-old?
done that. He's not going to do that. This is a delusion.
And to develop your crowd working skills, do a little improv for a couple of years. It definitely helps, right?
Yeah.
You start to learn better interactions with your crowd.
Hey, and actually, in
It was his
defense,
first time,
for
true.
a first time, maybe not as horrible
fucking
as it
terrible.
could be. Well,
He did good.
he at least did it.
Yeah,
So
he did. Yeah.
let's see if we can get through it with him.
Okay.
Exactly where are you from? California, I'm guessing.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, okay. I was born in San Bernardino. You been to San Bernardino?
I have.
What are your thoughts?
What are your thoughts?
Sketchy, right? It's not LA, is it?
He's saying, why don't you do the show?
What are your thoughts on San Bernardino?
I don't know. You have anything funny to say? I don't.
Santa's Village.
I like the county.
The county, okay. I don't know what that means. But that's all right. The city is cool too. I'm sure it is. So this is a new place, I think. We were supposed to go to a different place, but I didn't get on. This seems like kind of an experience. And I like it. This is a little more intimate. This is kind of fun.
That was kind of funny. Yeah.
It's a good I can't see any because it's super bright out and it's blinding, but no. And we got 4 minutes. I still got another minute left, don't I?
Oh, it's just brutal.
Perfect.
But you don't have to take it if you don't want to.
I got one more term I want to throw out there. Incel. Incel is another term. You guys hear that term on the internet?
Yeah.
Involuntarily celibate.
Yeah.
What does that mean, right? It means you go out and you try, but you fail. You fail a lot. I might be an incel, guys. I might be a simp and an incel.
This guy's a hoot.
Yeah, the timing's a little off. A little self-deprecating humor there at the end was, it helps. Builds.
I'd like to hear Frank's take on my stand-up set, but I don't know. If
Yeah, I know that you would, but how about we get through Jeremy's
We'll
real
do that
quick?
Yeah, self up, bitch.
Mine was good. Mine was
He's got to
good.
talk about his boyfriend, you know.
Well, only if Jack approves. I mean, but
I did
Frank,
Maduro.
I
I did Maduro.
Hey, we're on Jack Talcott's stream, funnily enough. BT
Yes.
and GT that keep running everything. How about we go ahead and listen to Frank, who's the comic genius from China?
No.
Go ahead and go through it, and then I'll go ahead and we'll
Wait, is that
decipher what we
Melania?
do.
What the? Melania's
So remember
boyfriend,
that's
Joe
kind of how the
Shapatoti.
flow works. It's called flow. Okay, you remember that?
State?
Grayson Ben?
Yes.
Can we do that? Thank you.
Yeah, I could do a quick set if you guys want.
Thank you. No, just explain kind of like what you saw. The involuntarily celibate thing. I don't know. Something just doesn't. The word already sounds funny, like involuntarily.
the
but I
man just
still went out
offered
to
us
do-
a
Why are
set.
you talking now?
Yeah, shut up,
yeah,
bitch.
a
The
set.
man
third
just
leg,
offered
nigga.
a set.
Low key.
No, I was incorrect in what he was asking for. He was asking for analysis.
But you
yeah,
should
I
ding
was-
Yeah,
dong, Saigon, ding dong,
cute.
No, I was,
You suck a dick.
why are you guys
Why
all in
everybody
that?
always say
Hey,
Chinese egg roll so small?
Just
We have
'cause Frank
big
and I
egg
are
roll.
here,
We
you're
have
not
Chinese
doing
egg roll. Vietnamese egg roll small. You ever see a Vietnamese egg roll? Very thin, very small.
You're never
that
going
a
to be
joke?
welcome back to China after that.
Yeah, it's all right. Appreciate me.
Okay. Thank you, Melania. Hey, your movie came out today, sweetheart.
Oh, it did, didn't it? Did it?
Yeah, the Melania Trump. Yeah, today.
Yeah,
I
I'd
should
watch
see
it.
it. I want to see it. Someone take
Sure.
me.
Is that a real
Go.
movie?
I can't
or is
drive
that
there.
just-
Documentary.
The joke
It's
is
a
that they
real
confused
movie.
my name.
Don't explain the fucking name or the
But
joke.
it's
we
obviously
also did-
propaganda. She wouldn't have
It's a
done something
yeah,
that
it's a
was like.
documentary. It's a
She wouldn't have
propaganda.
participated in
She
something.
was
that
mewing in all the
critical.
angles from what I've heard from the
It was
chief of
pro
staff.
Melania.
All
yeah.
the
No way, Grace. Thank another just fucking top tier
She's-
thing.
she's fallen
All
off
shut up
recently in the
rest of
last
me
2
because
months.
Grace
Yeah,
said
no, it's
something
rough.
like that.
No wonder
What?
she's a baby.
Well, you just love someone like this. It's pro Melania. It's called
TK.
Melania,
It's like
nigga.
Willow. Do you think Willow ain't gonna be the
Well,
bad?
there are
the
lots of
awesome-
documentaries with people's names
A lot of
that are
like
Like
a
what?
good
Name three.
documentary shows. both
Name
Idiot.
15 of them right now, bitch.
Yeah.
Name 4.
yeah.
Willow
And
is the hero. Wizard of Oz. He's the bad guy. Okay. I was wrong with
If
that.
there was a
Well,
movie
that's
that was
not
called Diddy,
documentary king.
if there was a movie that was
It
called
kinda is.
Diddy, do you think it would be pro Diddy?
did he
At
do
this
it?
point?
Well, that's a
Could be.
question.
If Fuentes made it, yeah, probably.
Oh, how do you
But-
spell it? How do you spell Diddy?
Diddy?
H-E question mark?
Did,
Oh.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Good one.
Neverland Ranch.
Keep up with me, BT.
All right,
Keep
back
up
to
with me,
Ben's set.
BT.
Okay. Is that where
Who's
we're
getting
at?
arrested?
Well, Jack,
Lalo
if
was
you
a
want
fan.
to, there's no need.
No.
If you don't want to.
No, please.
No, we
Please.
loved it. Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
this is Ben Duro.
And here.
Hola.
I like her color.
Hola. My name is Nick Maduro. And last week I had a hell of a week. And sometimes they say, well, why did you have such a hard week? I came and visited New York. It's okay. But they ask the question, why are you here? Is it because of the oil? It's not because of the oil. Is it because the Israelis? It's not because the Israelis. Is it because of Donald Trump wants to take over the world? No, this is not the answer either. The answer is these hoes. These hoes ain't loyal. I'll tell you a story. So I'm chilling with my homies in Caracas a few years ago, you know. We're in charge of maintaining some of the oil infrastructure. And I'm not saying I really did a great job. You know, some things you let go, but it seemed pretty good. And so I'm with this girl. She's a nice girl. And she says to me, hey, Nick, why are you just hanging out here getting the petrodollars? You could be the dictator of this country. And I'm like, bitch, I'm not sure about that. I think Hugo's doing a pretty good job. I get a nice kickback. I take you out to dinner. So she says to me, no, I really think you're a dictator material. So I figure, oh, okay, fine. Hugo's probably got 20, 30 more years in him. No problem. I'll put my name in the hat. And eventually, you know, baby, who knows? 2 years later, son of a bitch, she somehow arranges. So I'm the new dictator of Venezuela. So I says to her, I'm not sure this is a good place to be. Because it's dangerous. Everybody's talking about how the communism is working. There's no more petrodollars. Then Donald Trump is coming. And I'm telling her, listen, we good. They tried to get the Spanish people out of the United States, not into the United States. But, you know, I wanted to make sure. So I told her, she said, okay, I'll make sure you're safe. So she goes to the Chinese, and they say, oh, yeah, we're going to protect you. No problem. You have all the oil dollars. We'll protect you. And she goes to the Russians. She orders all the best anti-aircraft missiles, all the latest technology from the Russians. And then Putin tells us, oh, yeah, we good. I swear, we're no problem. And then I'm chilling last week. I've got the Russians, I've got the Cubans, I've got the Chinese. And all of a sudden I hear these flashing, these banging outside. And I look over at her and I go, you bitch, you didn't do this to me. And she giggles a little bit and says, Nikki, it's time for you to go. So I say, okay, let's go to the safe house. We paid all this money to invest, the best safe house in the world. And we're in the safe house. And she can't get the thing fucking closed. She can't close the door. And as I'm looking at her trying to close the door, I see she gives me a little wink. And then I hear the Delta Force come. And they say, Nick, it's time to go. Now I'm sitting in a penitentiary 24/7. She's in the cell next to me, complaining constantly. These hoes ain't loyal. Now my handler's going to take me away. Thank you very much.
That was Nick Maduro.
I don't think I had enough punchlines for a short set, but I was on the fly.
Yeah, Jeremy would have done it better.
Well, can Frank and the fucking guy do it? And then so I can talk for a second because I got.
Yeah, wait, Frank. How about you do a Nicolas Maduro bit right now? Just
No, I'm going to hear
How do you
Frank's
say it's
feedback.
Worth the fuck, yeah. Lalo, can you keep up,
Fuck you, Baldy. Okay, go ahead.
buddy?
I'm just
You're better
playing with
now.
you, Pookie. Come on. All right, Frank. Rise up.
Unmute Playboy.
Frank.
All right, then, players.
Wait.
Since you didn't
He's got
want to
nothing
jump
to
in, did anybody see Pero?
Nothing
Pero
to say.
gave his.
Brutal.
I'm
He's
not
novice. He's like B
novice.
Rabbit in 8 Mile.
Yeah,
He's
you
like this
can't
right
put
now.
Is it me? I can know. I can
China
hear him.
uncensored, by the way.
But it's fine. Did you hear Lalo or Pero talk about your bit or your set, Ben?
No.
No.
That was a good
Oh.
stream. Deadman had.
Maybe we can
Deadman's
let
back.
Frank maybe we can let Frank
Deadman, ever since
respond.
he's been sober, has been on a generational run like Nick Fuentes. Okay, this
You
nigga's
think
like he
so?
locked in after his goblin left him and divorced him. He's been cooking, honestly.
He's an asshole.
He had like 100 something viewers last night. Had Jeremy, had Pero. Pero came in. He's
Pero-
goated, honestly.
He's played
so.
the long game. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
internet cut out there. I'd like to know,
Well,
Ben, first
No,
of
you're
all,
just
like,
muted.
what were
You don't
what
get
were
a
you
lot.
intending to do? Like, where were you going there with that, with your set? Like,
I was actually just going up to do it with Jeremy. And I hadn't worked it out. Like I hadn't worked out all the jokes, so I didn't have as many punchlines. But what I was just doing is playing
I thought of a-
Maduro
I
in New
thought of a-
York City.
I
yeah,
thought of a grand
impersonations
punch.
can be
oh,
fun,
sorry.
but you kind of put all your eggs in one basket by guiding us through a long story, and we're
Yeah.
looking for like a big payoff at the end. You're going to subvert our expectations, and sadly, like my internet cut out right there at the end, so I didn't even hear like your finale. So
Well,
yeah,
the joke was
can't-
that it was like it was Nicholas Maduro. No one knows what he sounds like, so I don't know what he sounds like. It wasn't an impersonation, but the idea was to turn it into like a Rodney Dangerfield, like women these days. My wife, she drives me crazy.
I
That
heard
was the idea. It's more of a performance art thing in a comedic tone than like stand-up comedy.
You did just fine. It was a great storyteller thing. It was a good bit. I loved it. Frank, you're wild. Your internet didn't cut out. You didn't know how.
Yeah,
to
the only
your
thing I would
mic.
add to it is to TK. I'm not going to respond to that because it seems like
I
you're
wouldn't
just
either
laying
if I
on
was
me.
you because we blatantly saw that that's what it was.
We're talking to Ben. I would just say like
No.
your comedic quips along the way. You got to have the buildups and the payoffs a little bit before you get to the end, and
Yes.
you've got to get more. Like I have to be a little more invested in like what are my expectations and how is he going to like subvert that. So, but I thought overall like impersonations are good, and your Espanol was pretty spot on. So yeah, I had fun with it.
Yeah, same here. Good impressions, good
Oh.
improv.
Well, it wasn't an impression per se, but yeah, it was
Don't
like
be Furby.
Right, I realized, but that's kind of what you were
Character.
going for. Like
A character,
you said, you
yeah.
were doing.
No, you said that was the bad part of his bit, Frank. You said that's the
shit.
one thing he did bad.
I-
And then now you just changed it.
I agree with you. On a
I
short
would've
set,
thought-
it
I
should have
would've
been
thought you-
peppered with more punchlines.
You're
No, I love the whole
I
story.
actually
It was a
never
whole-
even practiced it once.
I
Yeah, it
did
was
did
a-
think of like a grand kind of punchline for you. I'm not going to be able to deliver this funnily, so that's up to you
You
to
know
figure out. So you can have this. Basically, Maduro turns to his wife's like, "Why'd you do this?" And then she like pulls out like a whole like stack of photos of all the women he slept with as dictator because you can't trust these men, and that turns it back around, right?
Nah,
People make
Yeah,
that-
yeah, something like that. Yeah, I hadn't worked
Something
this
like
far,
that.
just a few.
That got the
Yeah.
drum.
Good job,
No,
Grace, on the
that-
comedic timing. That was
Thank
perfect.
you.
Yes.
That was almost a full like stand-up bit that you could do right in itself right there if you just find a way to do a payoff.
If everything he does that you just suggested he does instead of everything he did will be great payoff. That's fantastic. You did great. What Pero said was this, is that he didn't understand that Grace came up there and it wasn't part of the bit. He goes like this. She was mad that you were talking about hoes being unloyal and she's such a loyal woman. And that was great. And it came off a little fucked up. You guys don't know what Ben is. Can you not look off into honesty
TK,
when
did
I
you
start
say
saying
Grace
things?
did a set that night? Grace, you did a set as well?
On a different
I
night.
did a set later.
That was mid.
Oh, damn. That's what we got to see.
Let's
was
go.
that.
It's
Oh,
curtain
that's great.
rooms. Let's
Oh,
get it.
God.
Time for a sig break.
Frank's,
Let's
All
go.
right, no,
Frank's
play it,
here
play it,
for
play
it. It's so funny.
All right, hang on.
It's
I
not
gotta
funny.
I gotta download it.
It is,
Hold
yeah.
on.
Melania.
And
Are you in the room from 2001: A Space
Again,
Odyssey?
these
yeah,
are not.
Yeah, I am. That's
well,
right. I'm
there's
floating.
no.
yeah, turn
There's
off
no
the
code
reverb,
possible.
Grace.
Hmm?
We can hear some
Yeah,
reverb or
bitch.
something. Or I heard reverb
Me?
for a second. Yeah.
I don't have reverb. I don't think.
Refurb.
Okay, give me
No.
a second.
Actually,
Hey.
considering that from what I saw, Ben, you just kind of did it to show support and solidarity with Jeremy, right?
Yeah, I also I just like I on the easy like to get out of a crowd just to have the experience.
Oh my god.
I think it's harder
It's
to
from
do
the
than doing
ball.
things just on the internet, So
Wait a minute. Wait, TK, is that a profile picture of like a zombie process? What the hell is that?
That's TK taking hits from the bong, making me feel like teaching.
Looks
I'm
like-
making
that
it
looks
look
like my
sharp.
brother
That profile
John.
picture. It does also. It's like a mix. That's weird, man. He's on Geek Like Zombie.
people,
It's
Jack,
weirdo.
people like to see like when we do IRL. One of the keys of IRL is putting people in positions that they can't be in on the internet, like in front of crowds. Do you know what I mean? Because then you get a different sense of the person in a real life situation. So
Getting them out of their
I
comfort
feel like
zone.
that just goes with it, right?
Speaking of comfort zones, Frank.
Oh, sorry.
Can I say something really quick? Frank, that little rap bit you did there, you were talking about people being raised without fathers earlier. I don't know you, and I don't know this about you, but I almost wonder if you're raised without a mother, because I swear to God, with men, what it takes is to have a woman in the household, so that way when they do something cringe, they just get that look from their wives, like, what are you doing? Seriously, again? And then they know not to do that again. And I don't know if Frank ever learned
Melanie, you're losing
Fascinating.
We talk about
No, I was
Frank or
raised-
Shut the
Jack?
fuck up.
I was
it.
raised by a loving
He's
family.
right.
He's
Because
a
I was
good
wondering
mom, a
this
good
about this
dad.
guy.
So, yeah.
Have you ever heard of this?
Performance spaces for crosstalk. xiangsheng,
There's
and
n-
variety entertainment. The early
Wow.
20th century
Yeah,
there's no
variety halls. In the 1920s and 30s,
There's two
especially
there's
kinds.
comedy in
Xiangxiang-
China. I
there's
don't see
Xiangxiang
any.
and Ping Shu.
The humor
Ping Shu-
section. You were part of the
Ping Shu
humor
is solo
section.
stand up. It's called Toko Show or Talk Show. And then Xiangsheng is crosstalk. It's an actual traditional art that dates back like to the Ming Dynasty. So yeah, they're very different things.
What does this have to do with Panda Express? What?
The tea
What are we
house
on about?
traditional comedy. Ting Jing from
They both
Beijing.
put MSG in the sauce. That's what it's got to do
Bro.
with Panda Express.
Oh.
What's up with
I'll
you
take
in
it.
your weird Gravitron room?
Your mom and
up?
your mom and I had
Alright, get
talk
ready.
last night.
All right, please. Yes.
Hello, everybody. I was a little nervous coming up here, you know. I'm not a huge fan of women doing stand-up. Nobody really is. Unless it's in the kitchen. And if the last two girls didn't prove that to be true, then I certainly will. No, I'm just your average female YouTuber, which everybody knows is basically just a detour on my path to eventually doing hardcore porn. That's for when I get really desperate, which might just be after this set. That's up to you. I heard Nick Reiner, son of the legendary director Rob Reiner, signed up to perform at this open mic tonight, but unfortunately he couldn't make it. Too bad. I heard he kills.
That was so bad.
That was a good
Holy
one.
shit.
Come on.
That was
That
fucking
was a
trash.
good one. Rob Reiner, Nick
That was
Reiner, I
fucking
heard he
trash.
No, it wasn't bad at all. You're doing
kills. They
all
didn't
right,
get the,
Grace.
they didn't, they're not politically educated enough.
It's
That
not
was
the
so
funniest
No, I know who that
Right.
is. The Hollywood
Know
producer.
your
No, it
audience.
was
It's not the
shit.
funniest joke ever, but it's
It was
topical
fucking terrible.
Why did they
And
go,
and had the payoff. Yeah,
Because
it's
they
the
were
kind of-
libtards, but it was
Come on,
order.
why are we pausing in the middle of her set?
Okay,
because
sorry.
it was ass. Okay, go ahead.
Let her
Roll
cook.
I
your
started a
ass.
website for orphans. Sadly, it's unusable because it doesn't have a home page.
This is so mid.
Renee Good, more like Renee Bad. Bad Renee, get out the car! No, I'm just kidding. I
It's
mean,
like what a
we've all heard
12-year-old
about
do.
that, right? The
You're
ice
kidding
officer
during an
shooting
open
Renee Good while she was
stand-up?
driving away.
Hey guys, Grace
I
is
thought he was
kidding, by the
justified.
way.
Why are you talking over her set?
Yeah, shut up,
No, I
bitch.
can pause for
What's wrong
commentary.
with you? Or
I have a whole Renee Good section. You're gonna love this.
I feel like the asking where you're from and then people answering and then being like, "Oh, so where you're from," is like just as bad as being like, "Oh, by the way, I'm kidding." While
No,
you're doing
Grace.
a
Okay.
live
Yes, I'm
stand-up.
Oh.
kidding.
No,
It's
no,
not,
no, no, no.
Yeah, you gotta.
Grace's
own
stand-up was like a 4,
part.
and then
It
Jeremy's
was
was
part
like a
of
1.
the joke. It was part of the joke because then I doubled
Nah.
down and kept doing Renee Good stuff.
Was Renee Good
that was
in
my
the news
thought.
at the time?
Sorry.
No shit.
Was Renee Good
like
in
a
the
week
news at
out.
the time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
A lot of topical humor.
Renee Good just happened this half a week ago, Frank. Were you from the future?
Like
China,
gallows
China.
humor requires a bit of
Frank, something's up with you.
precision
I'm
when
sorry,
you
Jack.
subvert expectations. But that's all I'm going to say with that.
No, I hear you. Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, we've all heard about that, right? The ICE officer shooting Renee Good while she was driving away. I thought he was justified. Not because she was fleeing a crime, but because she's a woman driving. I mean, Renee Good is living proof. Well, not so much anymore, but she's proof that women are terrible drivers. She caused that ICE agent internal bleeding, and she didn't even hit him. Yep, R.I.P. Renee is up there in bad haircut heaven now, along with Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace. Well, at least Renee died doing what she loved. Being screamed at by her lesbian wife and men in uniform. I don't want to make this too political or anything. Anyways, how about that Israeli genocide? Apart from the mass slaughter, it's actually really fucking up my love life. And it's too bad, because I just got a boyfriend, and he was only kind of famous, and then he blew up on Twitter. And I was just about to fly out to him in Gaza. They didn't quite get that one.
Well, you got balls balls, man. You're edgy. You got fucking balls as big as steel. This is a hardcore set. Right here.
The only thing is that your cadence is almost too beat for beat. When you said I'm not going to
No,
make
well,
things
that's the whole
political,
problem. She's okay at delivering, but the content was fucking terrible.
If you're going to
She can't
say,
come up with it
and
on her
that's
own.
not a problem because it's obvious that she's young. You know,
just
she's
let me
shifting
point it-
back and
let me
It's
forth.
not that she's young. I would have done it better
Yeah.
myself. A
Shut
16-year-old
up,
boy would be
Lalo.
funnier.
Jesus
No, you
Christ.
fucking transsexual. I will tell
Do
you.
something right
Her
now for
delivery
5
is
minutes.
all right.
I
Yeah, sure.
think she's doing
Everybody
well.
that
Yeah,
wants
this
to talk
is a
shit
tough
to
set.
everybody,
I'll
put
do a
like
set. I'll do a
2-minute
set.
thing on.
That's right.
2-minute
Absolutely.
set.
At
TK,
some point.
TK's right.
so this is Jack's
Two minutes
show,
in.
and Jack's the only person I'm going to let tell me that I can't speak. So
Yeah, bitch.
if you're going to say
Jack,
something like,
please.
if you're going to say something like, I don't want this to be political, it gives a good opportunity to take a bit of time, look, maybe walk around. This is just my suggestion. There's many ways to
What?
do it, but to break up the monotony of going beat for beat with every joke.
No, yeah, I get what you're saying. The joke was that I'm saying I'm not going to be political, and then I say something extremely politically divisive. But
Also,
came too-
anyone would
it
say
came too
reading off
quickly.
your iPhone. is
phone, yeah.
Better
I mean,
not to.
yeah.
But
It came too.
this is
quick.
karaoke level. Me and Grace were doing like karaoke level. Like let's just get up and.
Junk's right. The host after said she came out blazing for her first time. Yeah, the guy afterwards was like, "Wow, that's a hell of a first show."
She came out guns blazing.
Guns blazing.
A ton
Nice.
of people read off their fucking notes, even very high level comedians.
You could
Frank, am I
even-
correct? Am I correct that a high level dude will go up there and have notes when they're going through their sets?
Hey, if it's part of
If
their
you're working
shtick.
on it.
Yeah, it's
not
more
really.
when
Now,
there's
you're
shtick.
working on bits, dude. I'm not saying the fucking night Dane Cook's headlining Madison Square Garden.
They'll have their notes
Right?
off to
At
the
comedy
side.
store, they got shit and they do read shit.
They might
So
have
her
their
first-
notes.
first time
Yeah, it's
doing
called
it-
spitballing.
Absolutely.
Spitballing.
Got to
I'll
check the
spitball.
book, right?
Okay, if you, what'd you just say? Frank, I can
No,
barely.
no,
hear you.
you're right. You got to check the book. You got to have your notes,
Thank
right?
you.
She's doing
Yeah.
the right thing. Yeah.
So all you cocksuckers that pretend to be funny up here, have a little fucking something about you. Have a little panache and bring it. If you're going to be rude to a person that's up here doing
Look,
it.
I
I
never
don't,
mix my
TK.
cock
I don't
up.
That's
care.
right.
I don't
TK,
give
my
a shit
ego's
what
not
you
in
care
this.
about.
I mean,
I'm
I
just
did it
saying.
for fun. Anybody
That's
can
what
say
I
whatever
say.
they want.
You know what I do? Every
care.
day, I just, you know what? I got you.
By the way, TK, I never mix my cock sucking in my comedy.
Grace, let's hear the finish.
All right,
Keep it going.
here we go.
I was assaulted by a black woman in Chicago. That's not a joke, I just have been holding that in. I live in Warren, which I happen to know is the most Portuguese populated place outside of Portugal. But Fall River is a close second, so I've got a couple Portuguese jokes. How do you tell the difference between a Portuguese man and woman? The women have more arm hair. How do you separate the men from the boys in Portugal? With a crowbar. We got any veterans in here?
Yeah.
I was expecting claps, but the next part goes, don't be too quick to clap. I've always thought, isn't being a veteran kind of like being a Holocaust survivor? It sounds brutal, but a lot of them are just exaggerating for a free pass and a government check.
That was at a vet's club, by the way.
Nice.
That's nice. No,
Yeah.
that's the equivalent of Jeremy walking on the hood and saying the N-word. Keep rolling.
Yeah. No, she's edgy. She's hardcore. I like it.
So is Jeremy. Edgy and
But
hardcore.
edgy doesn't mean funny.
I got you
No.
guys. I
It
knew
does.
that you'd
You're
love
being
that
cute.
joke. You
Look,
love the
look,
black
I
joke.
avoided talking about my genitalia. I think that's a W for any female comedian, as long as we avoid that.
Absolutely.
No
What?
abortion jokes.
No abortion, no period. It's almost done, please.
What else do you?
Let's watch
get
it. Let's
through
watch
this.
it. I will write it out.
But I'm tis.
Well, people always say to leave on a high note, but I didn't have one, so I guess now is as good a time as ever. I guess I was right. Women shouldn't really do stand-up. I'm Grace Thorpe. Thank you so much for watching.
All right.
Career-ending jokes.
Frank, you whistled.
Anyways, that was my
Hey,
set. Now Frank has seen the whole oeuvre.
Nice work. And actually,
I did.
from one of our other comedian friends,
Thank you, Brian.
O'Shea, giving you some props
Mhm. It's great. It's great. I just don't get why people didn't say anything to Jeremy about props or Ben about props. But when a woman who's never going to do comedy doesn't give a shit, you guys critiqued it like it was the fucking Carnegie, like it was just the grandstanding of everything.
Not
like
really.
Dude,
You're being pretty supportive.
yeah, you're being very
Never
supportive, but
bits.
you hated the guys. You're
He was
very
gangster.
sensitive. What's
He
his
was
ass?
better. He had good
He's the
comedic
two
timing.
racist
He nailed
jokes.
their bits. It was gangster. I thought it was a good first set.
Thank you, Frank.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I thought so too.
Frank, that cup's been empty for 3 drinks now.
Frank Monday exposed.
So, Grace, there's actually nothing bad about your delivery on its face. It is very mid, though. Like you could embellish a lot about it, and you could play around with what you think is to embellish. I know this is all hindsight, and this was all improv.
Consider the source, Grace, on this. Consider this.
No, thank you. Kelsey wants in my chat wants to know. Ask Frank who did the best set.
Thoughts?
Probably Ben.
Ben.
Wow.
Theatrical. Played
I
a
thought
whole part,
great.
committed to it, and rock solid. The other people were up there using jokes that they got doctored into. They fucking pretty much had a whole script. It's like rating a rapper, and they're like, "Oh, is this rapper good?" Or a rapper that has a writer for him, dog. Grace,
True.
hey,
Chat
you
wrote
did
my
great,
jokes.
but you got
I'm not
you got
gonna
like a
lie.
writer. Ben went up there, committed to the whole bit. I didn't know if he was Rain Man or fucking
It
what
was
he was doing with that.
authentic.
Yeah,
Andy
so,
Kaufman would be proud.
mhm.
And I think like if the award was who was closer to a traditional stand-up set, then it would go
Jeremy.
to you, Grace.
Oh my god.
See, I think
No,
Jeremy's. Frank, tell me if you think this is true. I think Jeremy could be a very good MC for comedy because he has confidence and he doesn't, like, I hate to say this, but he won't outshine any of the comics in terms of like his humor, but he likes to be in a humor scene. But I just don't think he has any punchlines. I don't think he has any jokes. So,
Yeah, he only had about 2 or 3, and going up in between comedians, yeah, he could definitely handle that.
what would you say the joke was?
I don't.
I haven't been very successful with women. I mean, it's not
I'm
even
an
really a
incel?
joke.
I think the best way to get the audience kind of immersed into that kind of humor, it's kind of dark. It's also self-deprecating. It's about some, touchy subject matter. Is to be very not like self-loathingly like sad and pathetic, but to be just like noticeably pathetic.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to get him to do.
Hey, he walks around like that. Are you guys?
But you have to.
Please
What
do
I was
this
saying
later.
is that he should actually act creepy, like crazy, because otherwise it's just like it's very normy to say like I'm having trouble getting laid.
Yeah.
What's up these days? Like, where's the joke? You have to, like I think Frank said, you have to subvert it in some kind of way. You have to twist.
Like Frank
there has to be a
said, huh?
twist. You can't just go, I'm having trouble. What's the deal with dating?
I like this
There
Frank
has
guy.
to be a joke.
Yeah. Right.
Are we just agreeing here?
That's the problem.
To be clear,
I think you need a persona also as a comedian. And Jeremy was, you could either be
Would
self-effacing.
you hate Mitch Hedberg? I can't listen to you people.
I love Mitch Hedberg. Yeah.
That's what he is like this weird, dry shit. And that's what Jeremy is, weird, dry shit.
Oh, Lewis Black too. He's like a political
You
guy.
don't see that's all I think I hate his comedy. I think he sucks cock at almost
Mitch
every.
Hedberg?
No, Jeremy Peterson. But fucking
Mitch Hedberg is all one-liners though. So like Jeremy had
Yeah.
0 of those.
he doesn't
so I
have
don't
like this
get how
thing. I
the
suppose you're
easier
right. The
comparison.
stinger. I guess. I don't
Or
know.
I also like Lewis Black, who does like political stuff and not like he doesn't
With the
necessarily.
big hair from the 90s, like he had big, like Ben. Do you know?
Yeah,
about
that's
Lewis
the
Black?
guy.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. Okay, I got you.
But he
And
doesn't
Grace, you said
necessarily
that-
say funny. Sorry, just real quick. He doesn't even say funny things. It's just his delivery
Yeah.
when he gets mad. The way he says things is so
Sure.
good. Like your
what
delivery
was that?
can really make something funny.
Grace, you said that the news on Renee Good. Oh, sorry, Jack. Go ahead.
Oh, that was from 2 Fridays ago, Frank.
Here, we've got.
I think it happened maybe 5 or 6
January
days
9th, I
before
checked.
I went on. So it's fairly
Jeremy
recent.
has returned.
I was going to say.
Yeah, well, I saw you guys
Okay.
are playing the bits. Did you play both of my sets?
I only played the
Both.
first.
Oh, the first
The
one
first
sucked.
is better than the second.
I don't think so. I think the second one was better. I'm not saying it was good.
That sounds
or
like a
anything.
request.
Yeah, let's
Hey
play it.
Jeremy, wait, how
Awesome
about this
feedback.
one? You should do like deadpan one-liners. How about this? My friends say I'm indecisive, but I'm not sure. You try it. That's a good one. just like a bunch of those. You're
So you're
good. You're
saying I should do
deadpan.
comedy.
Well, I mean, I think that
One-liners.
deadpan one-liners could work for you.
Yeah, exactly. If I wrote out some one-liners, yeah.
She just gave you one. Do it. Don't ask her.
Yeah,
if you
try
want to
it.
Do comedy. Have a fucking
I'm not
backbone.
gonna do that one. No. I'm not here to do comedy.
Some people
I do
say
want
that
to
I'm
some
undecided.
He's
feedback,
not a
though.
hack.
I don't know.
No, let's play
can
my
do it.
second
I
set.
I think you should
thought I
be
had I
less
had some
committed to
punchlines.
authenticity. Jack, can I play the second one? But you have to stay here
Yeah.
for the
You're
review,
such a
Jared.
fucking entitled little bitch, baby.
All right, hang on a second. I'll bring
Jeremy
it.
has to hear my
You know
review.
what's funny? After my first
TK.
set, King, right over here, texted me, "You did great. You were funny."
You're right.
Mhm.
You're right.
He was supportive.
Now, over
Like
time,
a supportive
I've realized
like
you're-
wife.
Doesn't
Yes,
mean
you guys-
necessarily he thinks you're like talented comedian.
Right,
It's-
right. But
I
He's
don't
your
get it.
friend.
I don't feel good no more. Okay, I
Yeah.
liked being here for a second, baby. It was good dick, and now it's
Trying to
tired.
lure you in.
Okay? That's just what happened, dude.
Well,
King,
TK,
you're not
excuse
consistent,
me.
King. Come on.
Okay,
Not
here we
reliable.
go.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty.
The audio
I'm
is a little
curious.
bit rough in this one, so you guys got to make sure
Why
we
it
just pause
changed?
for commentary.
All right,
Fuck my life.
let's
Okay.
let's
Just
see
tell me
how
to
it
pause
goes,
if you want to say something.
please.
Second time doing
I'll say
comedy.
something real quick. I hate his stupid
Oh.
pants. Why does this guy's crotch look like Jeremy's crotch?
Oh my
What's up with this
God.
cockroach crotches when they get on stage? You'll see. Look at the crotch of this Talcott.
TK.
Hey, don't be offended by some other man's dick. Come on, dude.
It's like Monty Python.
I said
Holy
crotch.
cows.
Give him a big round of applause, everyone. Jeremy Peterson.
Right. Get some.
I see laziness with both their
What's up, everybody? Second time. Kind of a social experiment for me. I'm going to try to enjoy it. So I'm 35 years old. I thought at this point in my life I had to start doing shit. Yeah, I gotta start doing shit. What I'm realizing is I gotta start quitting shit. I gotta quit the internet. I don't be able to spend too much time on this internet. I thought that being a YouTuber would be a good stepping stone to being a comedian.
Sorry about the excessive laughing in the background, by the way.
I apologize for the man wearing 3 sizes too big a pants.
TK.
with a stupid belt. What? You don't see that? Unbelievable. I love,
I'm so
I love
mad
that.
about it.
You guys, when I'm
King
actually
doesn't like when I'm the center of attention. He's got
No,
an
it
issue
ain't
with
that.
that.
I just don't. Why didn't you like do that to the back? You know what I mean? Because you got too big a
No,
pants.
dude.
He's
I
still
was
doing
thinking-
grunge. He's from the Northwest.
Yeah.
He's lost in the
Yeah.
90s.
Lackadaisical fucking
The
belt.
90s called they want your grunge look.
Yeah,
back.
Ben's right about it. Leaning into the Unabomber look.
Mhm. Creepy.
Live stream. I go.
All right, let's go back.
I fucked up. I'm a live streamer. I go live every day on YouTube. And there's something on the live stream called the chat. Have you guys ever heard of the chat on YouTube? Don't ever read your chat. Your chat is not.
What
your
year
friend.
do you think it is, Jeremy?
It's
Have you guys ever heard of a
1996.
thing called YouTube? And it's 2026. No one has cable anymore. Everyone's here. We know what a chat is.
All right,
okay?
well, I'm just
We've
setting up
even
the
hit
joke.
Well,
AOL.
it's different for
Yes,
normies, though.
Fuck
It's,
Yeah, no, that is
Yeah.
true. It's different for
Come on,
normies. You
kid.
got to
No,
introduce them to
you
it
guys
real
are being
slow.
you guys are being assholes with that thing. Oh, you spit that fucking thing out when you
I
yell at
still
me.
think introducing the chat though was like it's too niche. Like
My
I don't
grandma
think they
knows what it
understood
is,
that
dude.
means.
My grandma knows
Yeah, but
what chat
you
is.
do content, so
KTK, we gotta let some of the video play.
King,
Yeah, you're ruining the
please.
setup. You're
Jack!
not going to get the punchline if you keep
Jack, use
pausing
the
it.
mute button liberally with him. Yes, bad boy.
Send him back
I'm
to the
building
fields.
momentum here. And he's cutting off the momentum intentionally.
All right,
King,
I'm gonna go
shut
back.
up.
Good one, Ben.
Don't ever read your chat. Your chat is not your friend. They will destroy you. I tried being nice to other streamers.
Can you video film?
Some
They say
people-
they're saying it's glitching.
I tried to kind of get in with
Just
some other
face it.
female
I can
streamers
film
to
it
help
for you.
get my streams up. When you're nice to a female streamer, they call you a simp. You guys know what a simp is? Woo! You know the term simp? What the fuck is a simp? I guess I'm a simp. That means that I'm too nice to these women. I give them a little bit of money to help promote their channel. Maybe make a little money myself in return. Instead, I get called a simp. So how do I fix being a simp? Apparently, I gotta be alpha. Alpha. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck is an alpha? I gotta up my body count. Why is there cold people? Anyways, I went to Home Depot. Look at zip ties. Look at saws. Look at axes. Luckily, one of my buddies online told me that you got it all wrong. Upping your body count means that you gotta go get laid. I gotta go get laid just to be an alpha? Okay, how can I go get laid as a YouTuber? I'm gonna go to the bar. I'm gonna get drunk. Right?
Can you pause for a second, Grace?
Yeah.
To get some context, this is the second time he's done the set with a little bit of refinement, right?
Yeah.
Is that
No,
correct?
this is a
Now we can pause.
I didn't do any of the same material. I kind of brushed up on the simp thing, but none of this is prepared. It's all off the top of my head. I had no jokes in my. I went up there and just completely improvised.
Well, you're still kind of doing the same thing, right? You're doing equivocation on the terms, right? Like incel and simp and.
Well, yeah, the simp thing, but my first set, yeah, no, this one it was more about quitting shit and being 35 and having to like grow
In other
up.
words, can I know this? Why were we allowed to stop through Grace's every 5 seconds whenever anybody wanted to say something? Through
TK.
No, what do you mean? What is the
Why are
difference?
you so upset?
Why do I get upset?
Yes,
one,
because I'm the center of
this man
attention. He's
needs to
not.
be actually critiqued through
I
his
wanted to
bit.
hear Jeremy and Frank. Let him critique.
What do you? This guy.
Jack, you know what?
Yeah.
But Jeremy,
What do you mean?
you're saying comedy is better when it's not prepared.
No, not at all. I'm just saying that's what happened because we did this out of the blue. It wasn't planned. First, going to Manhattan.
That's
I mean,
not
we
true.
just-
We spent hours working out the material before both of these.
True.
That's
So
not
you
enough to
you
put
never
together a
came up
set.
with anything, and then you abandoned it and
Not
shifted
punchlines.
in real time.
Whatever. Yeah. Ben,
And if you're
whatever.
going
I
to be a
don't care about your
comedian,
point. Let's
it's
just get
always
back to the
planned.
video.
You've got to have a plan. Yeah.
I think stand up.
Yeah.
There's improv is like more on the fly, but even that
Yeah.
is
Right.
largely structured. I think.
Yeah, but
It
I mean,
is absolutely.
we decided to do this or the first time that day, and I'm driving you guys around. I can't be like putting together punchlines and.
No, Jeremy. I mean, we
That's
had 2 to
just
3
lying.
solid
You're
hours in the
Renee
garage.
died
cleaning
of
up
No,
the
it's not
jokes.
realistic. It's not really. Let's get back to the
Jeremy,
set.
why are you defending your set? We're not attacking it. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Well, he's saying he didn't have time to prepare. I mean, I came up with all my jokes in the same amount of time he did.
Yeah, but
So-
everybody else, you got your jokes written for you. You
Want
got.
to go bit.
I
If
agree,
they-
but I
Yeah.
offered to help you write your jokes and you didn't. So I'm just saying, don't say you didn't have any time to prepare. You had a solid couple hours to prepare. Anyways,
Yeah,
let's
That's
continue.
not enough time to.
Hundreds of people helping you.
Here, TK, you're cracking me up, dude.
I'm right. It's like everybody.
TK is
What
so
the
funny.
fucking difference is with me and these fucking pussies, Jack, is I really put on for this fucking shit. They get all intimidated. They get red and get hives. They see a real motherfucker that's naturally got it like this, and they get intimidated. So they want to tell me to stop. They want to say, "Oh, don't let the shine come up here," because then they look remedial, dude. The thing is, Jeremy is like this. You had it a little bit. You did a thing. If you can't let somebody come in and talk you through it, you want to talk all monotone about something that happened a month ago, right? It happened a month ago. Just a second ago, a Renee.
I'll be right back.
Good, yeah, get the fuck out of here too, because
Yeah,
a
you got-
Renee good joke. A
You
Renee
can't just
good
be
joke
loud and
happened.
obnoxious, Kane.
No,
It's
no,
not
no, no,
funny.
no,
Just
chill. A
being
Renee
loud and
good joke happened.
obnoxious
And
isn't
Frank,
enough. You still gotta
Master
be saying
Frank
something.
said is irrelevant. Correct, Master Frank? So then this is already 3 weeks old as well. Conch, right?
Why-
We got stale conch that we got to go through, and I got
Why
to
are
sit
you
here
so upset?
because
it's
this guy
interesting.
just
Come
said
on,
her
King.
joke was kind of like, oh, it was dated and
You
weird.
can't just be loud and
Oh, dude.
obnoxious and expect people to.
It's okay.
I'm not loud and obnoxious. You're a boring
You
fucking
sound like a
loser.
child,
and a
dude.
good- You're not even a
You
good
sound like a
comedian.
child
No,
that's
yeah.
not
Fuck
getting
up.
enough
Guys,
attention.
Frank's a
You
fake
see,
comedian
Jack. You
that
see my
has a
vision of these two working together.
I do.
It's yin yang,
Yeah.
I think
and it's funny.
It's
It's
reality.
funny.
It is. It
I
is.
think all 4 of you is approaching like an Always Sunny in Philadelphia type comedy troupe.
It's, you know what? That's, yeah, I could see that. There's certainly that energy here. it's chaos and absolutely
Hey guys,
fascinating.
they bring cracker crumbly noises.
Bro,
Okay, that's what they bring. What was that noise? Mute your
lettuce
fucking mic.
ASMR.
Aren't you the bad bitch here?
All right, let's continue.
Yeah, let's continue. Thank you.
Please,
My problem
okay, let's
is,
actually.
when I go to a bar and get drunk, I get too drunk. Chicks don't like that. That's
Okay,
not
I'll
fair.
go back a little bit to get the build up.
I'm gonna go to the bar. I'm gonna get drunk. Right? That's how people get laid in 2026. My problem is, when I go to a bar and get drunk, I get too drunk. Chicks don't like that. That's not where it's alpha. So I gotta quit doing that too. Another thing I gotta quit doing. I also gotta quit smoking cigarettes. I also gotta quit smoking cigarettes. That's the worst. And the reason why I'm gonna quit smoking cigarettes is not because it's bad for me, but because people keep telling me it's bad for me.
I will say at this point, just to give some context, you can see I put in my own chat, everybody's talking. There were a bunch of people for some reason who turned to each other in the crowd and started having like mini discussions during this. So I
They
think
lost
he-
interest. They lost
I
interest.
think he lost the crowd's
Season?
interest. Because I remember
Yeah,
specifically
sadly.
saying like, wow, like that's a lot of other people talking. You can hear it in the background. Anyways.
yeah.
For some reason means it's not good.
Well, and to add to that, the proof is in the pudding, right? He hasn't got me to laugh once yet, so I'm feeling a little
Frank,
bit.
I don't trust you. You're biased. Go ahead, please.
I'm not. How am I
The
biased,
reason why I'm gonna
TK?
quit smoking cigarettes is not because it's bad for me, but because people keep telling me it's bad for me. Every time I land a cigarette around someone that doesn't,
I don't really understand
it
that
either
joke.
The
Yeah, you
joke
should
is
take it a
I'm
little
gonna
further.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
quit smoking, not because it's bad for me, but because people keep telling me it's bad for me.
Yeah, yeah. And
I mean,
every
I
time light up a
understand the
cigarette around
words. I
the
just don't
baby-
understand the humor. What's funny about it?
Yeah, that's not a joke.
Because
And
I'm so sick of people telling me what to do. I'm gonna stop doing it instead of doing it for my health. I'm so sick of hearing something over and over. I'm gonna.
But it's got to have
The
a little
joke
more flair.
most
When
people think
I
you're
don't see
quitting.
what the humor is.
I get the joke. The people think you're quitting smoking for your health, so it's like to turn it around on them and say like it's not for my health. It's because I'm sick of people telling me to quit, which is like
You gotta
Grace wanted
really
to beat us
draw
back,
that out
Jeremy.
more.
Don't
Yeah.
agree with her. Okay.
Well, and it lacks flair.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
Every time I land a cigarette around someone that doesn't smoke, they need to remind me that, hey, dude, you're gonna get cancer. Like, all right, hey, dude, I know that. Thanks for reminding me. I appreciate it. I should quit our friendship. Other things I need to quit: drinking. Drinking is one of those things where it's hard quitting drinking. When you go out in public,
This is where I kind of flounder a bit.
to go out sober. I'm pretty sure I just need to quit being sober. I think I need to quit being sober. Maybe I should just quit quitting things.
Cringe.
Looking back to being alpha.
Yeah, I never said I was funny.
I thought I
Definitely
was
not.
so clever when I came up with that when I was 10.
I need to quit
What is
quitting.
wrong with you people?
Yeah.
Grace, you guys just sat
That
up
was
here
bad.
and ate her fucking asshole for shit that
Brutal. Can we take it off?
99
It's
people
just
helped
brutal.
with.
It's
No, we gotta
Damn
finish
show.
it. No, we gotta finish it. It's only a few
brutal.
more minutes. All right, a few more
Finish it.
seconds. We gotta finish it.
We'll get through it.
How does an alpha dress? I'm thinking I need to go buy black clothing. Alphas dress dark, right?
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
They're mysterious. They own the room. So I picked up some black hoodies. That's what I got so far.
Wow.
I need some black pants. If only I had quit my job, I could afford black pants. Maybe next month. Alright, what else do I need to quit? I should probably quit YouTube.
Someone should have heckled comedy.
You said this already.
Grace, was
Life.
that your first time using a camera?
My first, no, but I had to stealth stream it because they weren't really into streaming at the club because comedians don't
No,
like being streamed.
I got
That
you.
joke was so bad, the phone face planted.
Whew.
Bless you.
Like I said, YouTube is bad. Chat is bad. If I'm gonna quit YouTube, what could I do instead of YouTube? I could do comedy like this, but this
Get a job.
This is tough. This is my second time. This is very tough. We'll see.
Find a bridge.
That's my time.
Awful. Absolutely.
Nice.
Great.
That was
Through it.
Oh,
That was bad.
fucking
So that's our
brutal.
99
Yeah.
time watching that.
awful.
1 second, shut the fuck up, everyone. He's made us watch that 75 times. And don't shake your head because you
Jesus.
remember when you're making
No,
fun of
you're the guy who watched it 75 times.
No,
'cause
no,
you're
no.
his
He sat on
brother
a
in Christ.
stream.
The rest
He
of
sat on
us
a
didn't
stream
watch it
and
once.
repeated it and repeated it.
No,
TK,
I
take
know.
a
You
breath.
sat
No,
there
no.
watching it.
No,
Take a
no,
breath,
Dad.
TK.
TK's right that Jeremy
Yeah.
rewatched that set about 10 or 15 times on his own stream and said he did really well.
And
Yeah, I
by
was
the end of it,
thinking
I
that. I
actually
was all-
clicked
I
on
was
and I
just
found
like-
I was the
I was
only
all high
person. He
on
had
being-
one watching
yeah.
it. Was me. And then I clicked off it.
You know how it is.
Can we
All
all
right,
just
Frank.
take a
It's
deep breath?
cringe.
Frank,
It
give it to him,
sucks.
Frank. Frank
Can we
Advice.
first-
you should have you should have a show called Frank Advice or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Talking to
fellowship with
first-time
Frank.
comedians.
Well, it was a little bit lackluster. You know, you had some points, and the whole equivocation on like the terms and stuff, and the fact that you had it around a theme. I thought that was a good way of pushing forward. But yeah, you said you went up there high.
No, not high. I got a high afterwards from being on stage, is what I meant.
Okay, yeah,
The
you
high from
always
being
get a
on
little
stage.
bit of
I
that.
wasn't high.
Yeah.
I don't smoke
Okay.
weed.
All
Don't
right.
take
Beers
that
is
lightly,
okay
Frank. That's
to
actually a
take off
beautiful
the
thing you
edge.
just said.
You should have
Yeah.
experienced a real low, like a life changing low. Like
Frank, that should have been the first thing that you picked up on as a fellow person that goes on stage. You should have been like this. Okay, yeah, I definitely know when the bug hit. It was something that took over me, and I love going up on stage, and I love being there. So thank you for doing what you do, Jeremy. And I do remember what it was like, and it was tough to get there. And it's going to
that
take
was worse than your first set.
It was worse. Would you say, Frank? I think it was worse.
TK, that was a nice
Um,
offering. Good suggestion.
Comparable. They're both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to know what Jack thought. Jack hasn't said a word in a long time.
He's not a comedian. Okay, there's our. I'm kidding.
It doesn't matter so much. We're here for life coaching too, right? That's somehow more important.
Life coaches are never funny, okay?
I don't know about that. Hey, yeah, I'm not a comedian, so I thought it was brave and lots of room for improvement. But I think he realizes that too. So
Of course, yeah.
Why haven't you been up since then?
Well, I got stuck in a car, a blizzard.
Yeah,
I don't
but
have
drinking
the right
too
nothing
much.
was
shoes.
nothing
I
was
work-
keeping you from. There was open mics everywhere you went.
I guess, yeah. Maybe I should
Have
have
you
gone
looked
up
up
again.
any local open mics where you are?
He just
looked into it
got
yet,
there
no.
today.
Haven't looked into it? Well,
give him a
I mean,
chance. Give him a chance. It'll happen.
I'm
we
taking
can
a
see
little
a
break.
pattern here.
I'm
though.
off the
He'll
road.
never
I'm taking a
get on
break.
stage again. And right,
Right.
so.
I don't think you'll ever get on stage again.
He
Maybe
just
I won't.
drove.
You failed. It's
What?
okay. Despair.
Wait.
Maybe.
You can despair
Wait.
of things. It's okay. Some
Not a
dreams
viable career option.
are not.
You
Here.
barely streamed since he left, woman. And you
That's
know
not
that you
true. I've
fell
been
in love
live
with
every
this
day
man
for
when
like
he was there.
6-7
You fell in
hours.
love with him since he was there, right? He's been all your content.
TK, I
You
think
and
you're
him both fell in
projecting.
love with him.
I think you're
Well,
projecting.
I guess
Yeah.
kick me, but I
Yeah.
know I'm right, and I'm be the only one that
I
actually
think you're
talks
right,
to you guys
Ray.
like this. You fell in love with Jeremy Tent, and then it kind of pissed you off that it was the end of the thing, and he got so weird, and he ran away and got
TK,
goofy.
TK,
We're, no, no,
Jeremy
Grace,
has-
Jeremy-
Grace, you and I are both horny, if you want to say that, for Jeremy TK
What?
content. I think that's
No.
what we want to see.
Absolutely.
I think that'll be humor and YouTube in one. And I want to see it. Grace wants to see it. I don't think you guys are good. I think Jeremy
I think
Workable.
Jeremy is
Failing
one of the
now.
worst arcs I've ever had.
Very true.
Well,
And it was okay. We made something out
it
of it.
sets
but
him
it
up
was
to
pretty
want to
bad,
get a
honestly.
win after all those L's.
It's
So,
okay. It's like this: Grace
True.
carries, you carry, I carry. Why are we even? Why is this like a goodwill? Is he dying? You got meningitis or something?
Well, that's a good question. What's
Why do we
What
care about
is happening? Do you have
What?
an answer?
You're the one who cares more than anyone.
Yeah.
So
TK, I'm curious because you got
Well, I care
fiery.
because I am the thing around here. I can see it. I feel it. We all see it and feel it. Everybody in the message board wants to be like, oh, get TK out of here. He's annoying. Get TK. I'm the first motherfucker that's going to be up here letting them know what time it is. I'm funnier than all these motherfuckers.
But especially with Jeremy.
Better looking than all these motherfuckers. I'm bringing it, and I'm from the Midwest. I'm just a Midwest rider ready to go nationwide, all outside. I flicked more shit off the tip of my boot than these motherfuckers can do. Ben's a motherfucker that has a little chutzpah. Grace has a little chutzpah. Lalo's good, but he gets scared. He gets red. And then Jeremy, you always want to walk away, baby, because you want to slide off that chair, mama. Get out of here, man. Talking. Now, what it is Jeremy has this much about him. He's got. He's a body. Okay, he's about as good as that picture of Frank Monday right there. Look how obnoxious that is. There's nothing redeeming about that picture. You people want to say it's redeeming because you're. I can pause. I fly.
Pause, please. Pause. We've got someone in the back. I feel it's okay. Banksy. You guys know that?
Well, that's a reference to like an artist. I don't know.
Banksy.
If it's,
I feel like I've talked to that person before.
I think I recognize the face. I'm gonna take a chance.
Oh yeah, Hafez.
Hafez.
Good.
Hey guys, how's it going? Jack, you and I met on Barnabas's channel.
Oh,
once.
here we go. We were doing comedy stuff. Accent guy, what are you doing?
Dude,
you just want to come up here and chat? Jack, it's my show right now, JT Money.
Oh, I'm sorry, TK. Yeah, you have first person syndrome. Please go on.
Okay, I'm going to call you JT Money.
You know what? We'll just
on,
change the whole vibe of the whole show because Hafez the bank style is here with a new fresh hat. Is that when that sign's giving you a fucking sunburn on the back of your neck? Right?
I'm a Tim Pool fan. I'm just following
more
that.
about your UV protection.
I feel like that's some whitewashing. I feel like you're trying to whiten yourself.
That's these cocky.
Hey, the last time I wore this outfit, Ben said I looked like a cancer patient.
I think you look handsome.
That's right.
You look like a newborn baby that's like also an adult. Like when an adult tries to pretend to be a newborn baby, because that's like the cap they wear, and then just like.
Hey Frank, Jack, I just had an idea. Grace used to do, and it doesn't matter whether we do it on our channel or not, but she used to do a dating show, and she would have a guy who was like a commentator. What about if we did a comedy show somewhere, and if Frank wanted to, he'd be a great. You know what I mean? Like, so you go on, you do your 5 minutes.
Tell me what Frank's
everyone
good at.
rates, and then maybe at the end of the night, someone wins $50 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. I like the idea. And I was
Would you?
thinking,
Yeah.
in fact, TK, if you would, I was thinking if Jeremy's up for the challenge, right, like an IRL challenge, if he gets together a couple of good sets, like I'm willing to fly him out here to Beijing. He can stay with me, and I'll
you're
take him
in
around the
China?
Yeah, I'll take him around the comedy
Give me
clubs
the
here at
name of the
Beijing,
comedy club.
and then go to
my
Shanghai.
God.
We got Shanghai, we got Nanjing.
Guys,
We could
see
even
the
do
sun
Hong Kong.
behind
Hong Kong's a little expensive. If we added Hong Kong to the trip, like it would cost a little more. But if
That
he
is
really
an amazing.
puts in-
That's an amazing offer. Wow.
yeah, if he's willing to ghost and grind, like it's no big deal. I'll bring him out during holiday or something. and
He
we can
couldn't bleed breaks, Frank.
Well, Frank, one thing I noticed about the comedy scene, there's a lot of money in it, even at a low level. But there's a lot of people who are probably like going to a club, and like the internet's perfect for those people. I actually think there's like a real entrepreneurial opportunity, especially if you run little courses. Like that's how you make money on the internet. You run a little comedy course on the side for people, or you're a comedy man. You know what I mean?
Know what I've seen, Frank? No, when I've seen this? I've seen this when a wannabe pimp would get a couple bitches to come over, and he'd say he had all this
True
shit.
facts.
And
That's
these
right,
girl
baby.
hoes would actually have
I got
something to do.
the
And then
nose
you'd be like,
candy. I got the hats. I got the clubs. We can hang out in the
So
green
that's what
room.
you sound like
You got
right
that
now.
shit right. You know what's up. You know
I know exactly what the fuck you sound. You a fast talker. I know Frank Tuesday or Frank Hassel. I got it. I know.
I think a live,
know
like
everything.
It's a genuine offer for IRL. Obviously,
No,
he's
that-
got to
that's
mind
a
his
great
P's and
offer.
Q's.
I
No
got another
China
offer
jokes.
for you
I
guys.
don't want to go to
I got another
jail.
offer. Hey Ben.
No, but Frank, what about like I did a speed dating show, but it's like speed comedy instead of speed
It
dating.
was
So
really successful.
you could even have people join the stream who are like the live audience, like 3 or 4 people, and they can cheer or heckle, and then you have like judges and stuff, and you get points for money. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Everybody
absolutely.
could give it a shot, you know?
A funny or die type concept, right? Are they funny or do they die?
Yeah, 3
Yeah.
strikes and you're
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
You win either
That's it.
way if they suck. You know, it's Simon. We need a Simon Cowell. I don't know if you're able to do that, but like you have to be harsh.
Yeah.
Contestant arc star search bit.
Do you have like a Twitter or anything,
I
Frank? Do
believe
you have
I'm
any
the
way
only one
to
with a British accent
contact
that
you?
qualifies.
What was that?
Does Frank have like a Twitter or Instagram or anything?
We're all
I've
here.
got Instagram. Yeah, you can check it out.
Okay.
I believe I'm the only one with a British accent that actually can qualify as a Simon Cowell. I'm sorry, the rest of you just don't cut it.
Does an accent
Can you be
say that you're a
harsh?
good judge of being a
Comedians?
great singer, wearing great black outfits, fucking
It
being
might.
handsome,
It
just
might
being
fool
does
people.
that? Idris Elba pulls it off.
Who
Idris
what?
Elba.
That's
Idris
not
Elba.
very funny. I'll show you funny. I'm going to stick my finger in this bowl of porridge.
That's Paul Hogan. Why does that everyone?
I never said I was good at accents.
Grace, that's called Kill Tony. Well, yeah, but Kill Tony is why don't they do it just on a StreamYard panel? It's way less money to run. Just do it online. You can call in. It's basically the same thing as stand up. You just go up there. It's just there's no.
No,
live
it's a lot
audience.
easier. It's a lot
Show up.
less.
It's
lot less
easier, which
buy-in.
means more people will do it, though. More people will do it.
I think they have enough people.
Can I give my
Kill
opinion?
Tony.
I think
You see
even a
what
real
happened?
comedian. I think
get-
even if it got big enough, a real comedian might join it just for the fun of it. Like,
What is
that?
why
Oh,
not?
God.
You
Are
know,
you
Mark
blind?
Norman. He went on Matan Evan. He might do something stupid like that.
The
TK's
thing is,
about
in
losing
real life
shit.
stuff is a different level. It's just a whole different thing. You can do it on a low level, but in the real world, people just react differently in the real world. That's why even if you look at modern day debates, they started off with this internet debate business, but they eventually started having events where real people with real audiences.
Right, you
It's
gotta start
just-
somewhere.
It's a different thing. Yeah.
What's a
People
good
act
name for the
different
channel?
online.
What's a good name for the channel?
Or
Great,
for the
great,
show.
great title and the show. And at the same time, great advice. People act different online.
Get
And
off the
it's different in
stage.
life. Get up. You want me off the stage?
No, I'm saying that's the name for the show. Get off the stage.
No, that's just
That's a
rude.
good name for the show.
It's not a bad. It's funny, you know.
That's funny. Being passive aggressive.
What you're saying because you're not on stage?
TK, I want
No,
you
like
off
get
the
off the
stage.
stage.
TK, I want you off the stage.
You know what?
But
Some
it's out of
people
love.
have low self-esteems, right? And the people that are actually funny probably are people that came from a low self-esteem place. To where if you keep bashing them and bashing them and bashing them, when they're at least trying to shine a little bit, all you're going to do is crumble that little flower that was trying to grow once. How about if you're going to try to uplift people with a new show and you want them to try to come there, say, come get on a stage.
Right, it's too negative. It's too negative.
I do this all
You got to have one of those
Yeah.
hooks. If enough people vote, you get like an
Jack, I
animated
do
hook
this all
that
the
like
time. The Dwarfs have a
pulls them
tough
right
time
off
when
the
I do this.
stage.
I run things. I bring the whole thing. It's
Kill
like a whole
Jeremy?
package with me.
Yeah, we're gonna need some more. We're gonna need some more.
Mount
of
Hope
these
Bridge is
serious
a better
Saturday.
title.
May I
Yeah.
give my opinion?
Find a bridge. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I just said Mount Hope
He's out
Bridge.
there.
You keep talking.
Well, the way I see it, we got Jeremy. He's the deadpan, and he has like however many subscribers, but they're watching him organize his pantry in his car. You know, he thinks deadpan is a personality, but it's actually a lack of one. I'm standing
That
on a
is a good
stage.
point, Pero.
That's the best
Very
I've
well
ever
said.
I'm-
Extremely well said, in
That's
fact.
I'm
perfect.
standing on a stage. There are people here. Some of you are breathing. That is statistically likely. That's a joke, folks. Please show your approval with your hand. You know. Then you have
Deadpan
Ben.
can be a lack of personality, yeah.
Then
Sounds
then
like
you,
there's a- oh, go ahead.
then you have Ben who likes to filibuster, and he's more like a professor. You could expect to get like a 4-hour video out of him on the social political decay of Roblox. He doesn't understand that political humor needs as many punchlines as there are bombs. Then we have short news anchor Grace, international drama updates. She doesn't know how to talk though without a green screen and a rhythmic jump cut beat. You see her reading the
Are you
phone.
reading this off
Did
AI?
Did you see her reading? Did you see her reading the phone and bouncing?
Yeah. I got
Okay,
it.
Yeah, I
that
was
bounce,
bouncing
that
a lot.
rhythmic constant bounce has nothing to do with the subject matter, does it?
Also,
No.
Grace has never
Right.
used the grease. So.
See, I'm having a hard time figuring out if I'm informed about the global crisis or if I need to go get a cold shower and a digital detox. So
You ain't lying.
Wow.
and on top of that, I would certainly hope to see TK on that fucking mic.
Yeah, everybody does. Everybody does. A lot of people don't like it. And thank you for that, Alpero. See, that's what I can tell that you're a smarter
TK,
man.
let's
You're not
talk.
intimidated. Why do you talk all the time? I gave one of the first times I met you, Melanie. You actually cammed up. Do you remember that? One of the first
you
times
ask
that you
me
actually,
why I talk all the time? Do you understand
No,
irony
it's
at all,
like when
sir?
I talk, when you talk, it's like you think that we have a connection. I didn't forget
Sure,
about you,
sure.
mommy. I didn't forget about you.
Sir, your
okay?
word count is through the roof.
Okay. Yes. You talked. Actually, this reminds me just very briefly because I kind of put Jeremy on the spotlight a little bit earlier, thinking that I might have some support for him. TK, how old are you?
42. I should tighten up or ship out. You're 100% right. I'm out here trying to get it, and I'm a concrete working Midwestern motherfucker that's just doing what the fuck I do, making roads and foundations for my community to stay surviving. I don't give a fuck about this shit, and I know I'm on my way out. That's about the best I got.
I like you. You crack me up, man.
I'm not out here trying to change nobody's life. I'm out here trying to actually make my life.
Well, you could be.
Well, I can encourage somebody. I can encourage somebody to try something because, especially people with like grace and or look at the face on this man right now. He's definitely Jeremy's dad. Look at the Thorpe angle there, Jack. You should change that so they're on top of each other. It's dark. Jack, if he had or Frank, if he had his up, it's just dark. They're very chill. Me and you, we're positive lights. Now he's up there. Look at that sexy man. I think you're in a gravitron, and that's why. And so everybody, if you were observant of where Frank is, you could tell by the light he's obviously on the other side of the country. See, it's so weird that when he goes, "Oh, you're in Bangkok," you go, "Wow!" and you got so exuberant. It's just you're not observant to your surroundings, guys.
Yeah, I'm weirded out by the sunlight coming through his window. Can you
No, it's because he's in.
turn that off? It's messing with my seasonal affective disorder.
Yeah, I'm just getting up right here, man. It's early morning in old Peking. What's up, baby?
Peking. Tommy's eyes opening. Tommy King. I'm peeking.
That's right, TK. It's like when you're in a Chinese restaurant, you're like, why that duck leering at me?
I don't talk like that.
Because that's
I
a
would never say
Peking
all that.
duck, baby.
I would never talk like that. I would. I'm a very human person. I'm not an intimidating crazy man that walks around saying jigaboo everywhere I go. I don't talk jigaboo.
Are we sure the Peking isn't like the king of water sports?
I
I'm
hate
from
it.
Los Angeles, so that's why I
I'm from
talk
Fargo,
this
North
way.
Dakota, baby. I'm Minot, North Dakota. I'm a Midwest
City
boy.
of Angels. Sup with that?
Now that Frank is so intimidated by me, he is now confused. He's halfway across the country. He realized that Tom's the dominant force out here. JP, this is the difference. El Perro showed up, dropped the whole line. He loves the energy. We want to see it. Hafranz showed up. He's got that weird slack jaw look, but he's happy to be here. And we have Melanie. She's just as Melanie. Now
And you're just TK.
well, that is. I have to do this everywhere. You think I want to do this everywhere I go?
Yes, I think you do.
TK, I'd like to thank.
definitely do.
I like to thank you that you pronounce my name in a French way. Hafons.
I pronounced it in this over.
I spread my croissant with the Hafons.
Yeah.
And we all started this. I think we all started it with wondering where Jeremy and Grace and the Thorpes are. Look at him now, though. He's not showing any. Just put a light on.
Dude, I'm so exhausted from being on the road. I just came back from like
Dude, you've been exhausted for 4 days.
It could also be the alcohol.
well, that too, yeah. A bender, and then I
Yeah,
drove
maybe that.
2 days to get home. Dude, I'm so exhausted.
Jack.
Yeah.
We
What?
can.
So, I'm not bringing it.
Letting him be the type of man that wants to be the guy that's like this. He's constantly tired. What it is somebody needs to go smack him on the fucking ass and pull his ass out of that bed
Jack, you
by his
do it.
fucking hair.
Smack his butt, Jack.
You get
What
what, I'm
about
saying?
this,
No,
guys?
you get the
Guys,
energy of wanting to-
we've been brainstorming. What about this
Why
for the show, right? So you could have comedy some nights, you could have karaoke other nights. The internet's got talent.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta quit pitching stuff, Rick. Quit trying to start new shows.
Talent.
The internet's got talent.
not
Then it's a
gonna take off.
reference.
You guys do this too
Everybody
much,
knows
bitch.
what
You
you're
guys try to, like,
referencing. but
Grace has
nobody
been
Start new
workshopping
shows. It's
used
not
it
going to take
online.
off.
Grace has been workshopping this entire time, totally tuned out,
And-
professional mode.
Well, and like you said earlier, YouTube would be a good platform for people to start out rather than on the stage.
Yeah.
I literally
think it
honestly
would
tried
be-
to do this. I tried to do an open mic on YouTube. Grace, your mother showed up for that. You remember? I tried to be that guy to
I do remember
bring
that.
people up on panel, have them do a set, and then I get a critique it afterwards. I tried to do that like 3 years ago.
Are you hearing what, Jack? We're
People
all
don't do that on YouTube though. They're not like they don't take it seriously. They wouldn't take
The
it
only
seriously. You
name-
just get a bunch of people coming up there looking
Well,
for
the Voice
attention, and
has
they're
the
not.
Voice.
They don't take it
Almost
seriously
all
as
like
a
actual
comedy thing.
talent. Almost all talent shows take online auditions these days. So it actually is
These days!
worthwhile to figure
TK.
out how to
Deep breath, TK.
do it on a camera.
Deep breath. Just
I
take
don't
a
think
deep
people take it
breath,
seriously.
TK.
Yeah, well, nobody took it seriously because you were doing it. You don't care about anything. Ha ha ha. My whole life is
Okay.
ironic. I'm a bit. So nobody cares what your show is. And yeah,
But
you
if
get
you do it, you think people would come
contestants
up
like
and take
my
it
mother.
seriously?
I had a speed dating show with
Yeah.
400 people watching. I didn't keep doing it because there's
Yeah.
only so many times you can do speed dating shows before you get bored.
Jeremy,
But
I
a
know-
talent
Terrible,
show, a speed dating show is basically a talent
You know what
show.
happened
It's a
with the speed dating
personality
shows?
thing.
Thank
It's
you.
not
Yes.
really
Grace.
about
What it was
dating.
is this: when I go up to the speed dating shows and the pussy comes up there, the men or women come up there. There's something there. There's like something to look at. When you're stupid, put some pickles on your eyes or something. Wake up a bit. Splash a little fucking butt, jerk off, and use the semen.
I need some coffee, is what I need.
What? I'm not joking right now.
No, dude, I'm taking a couple.
Your energy
King,
is
it's all right. I'm
just
taking a couple days to recover. All right, I'll be back on my
reinvigorating, guys.
feet.
I
in a
actually
couple days.
heard that L'Oreal was producing semen eyes.
They do. That's
products,
exactly what it's for. What do you think I look like this
Tear
for?
free.
A little bit of.
That's not bad. What do you want me to talk about? Aborted baby fetuses and say that?
No, that's hacky.
It's a good idea, Grace, and you could do it in
real.
segments. Like you could have a comedy section, a singing section, and other
No.
types.
Or different nights, too. Different nights,
Yeah.
different sections.
Even better.
Oh, by the way, my idea
I'm
for the
definitely
name
going to
was-
ask you to be a guest judge, though. You've got to
Who,
be a guest
Frank?
judge. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Frank, yeah.
Obviously, I don't
My-
know any other. I mean, first of all, he's good looking. Secondly, he can talk. Thirdly, he's actually a comedian. Who else?
Frank, do you still do
Weird. There
comedy?
we go. That's crazy, Frank. I can't wait till I fucking Eminem all the way up to your fucking ass. It says 8 Mile. I'm gonna fucking find you on the fucking
All right,
block.
calm down, King.
We're battling, motherfucker.
Not right now.
Smack
With-
your ass in comedy in a heartbeat,
Deep
dog.
breath.
And I don't even try.
Is
I'm
Come on,
coming
big
for Frank's
dog.
ass.
I'm gonna dip off too.
Deep
Yeah.
breath, big
Yeah, we're
dog.
I'm
fucking
good.
out of here, dude.
I'm getting out of here
Fuck
myself.
out of here.
There's a-
The night's over, Frank. You're my ass. Thank you, Jake. Jack, for our time.
Okay.
I definitely do apologize.
Wow.
I gotta go.
Losing
I
people
actually gotta
fast.
go gamble. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to leave when everybody else leaves, but thank you, Jack,
You're
for
good.
having me on. Thank you for connecting
Everybody
with Frank.
prices are coming
Frank,
up
I'm
tonight.
gonna be in the DMs. Answer the DM, buddy. Your
There you
future
go.
is calling.
Absolutely.
Hey, Grace, thank you very much. And El Perro, thank you. Holy cows.
The
I hear you.
energy.
I
It's
hear
being
you.
it's being sucked out just as quickly as King is providing it.
I definitely do apologize that it gets like that. What it is it's like being around a group of people that don't see a rose birth from concrete, right? And so when you're that force that's like this, I am the sun vibrating on you like a powerful Leo of you stupid half limb. I want to know what their signs
Very
are. I
graphic.
need to know their astrological signs because I'm a powerful Leo. August 7th, 1982, a fucking star was born. And everyone knows that it's a powerful sign, it's a powerful number, it's a powerful everything about me, and then being named Tommy Lee King III, everything about me is a powerhouse.
Okay, King.
I am the show. Go ahead.
Okay.
Melanie. And I love always talking with you. And I never did forget that interview, you crazy fucking shit, getting high on the job. You weirdo.
So,
And
did you say
so
1972?
82.
82.
So I don't want to run this long in case Jack was hoping to also wind down just as like a progression of what's going on.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. I didn't want to come up, and then I know I
But
Can you let, please,
Uh,
go ahead, Mel.
I want to give you an analogous parable to actually give some advice tonight as to how you should actually take the being a Leo thing, because I'm a Cancer, right? And they say like, oh, that's the water, it's the moon, emotions, very emotional, blah blah blah. And I am a very emotional, empathetic person. Statistics, reinforcement, could be a whole bunch of things. I'm a very materialistic person, but early on, what I realized about being a Cancer and being emotional is that it's not about being as emotional as you can be. It's about emotional intelligence, emotional strength, resilience. And I think that's also what being a Leo is about, right? It's not about being strong. It's not about being proud. It's about restricting your pride and using your strength with what am I thinking? What diplomacy, such that you can actually get your point across, because you lose me on half the stuff you say. I'm not gonna lie, buddy. We enjoy your presence. We enjoy your presence, but like you're doing a great job right now. I think if you took like 3 deep breaths before you said anything, made that a habit, people would listen a lot more to what you're saying.
What it is, it's these less thans that want to be funny. They're great, like content doing it, but when it comes to be like on and the camera's on and shit, I've been suffocated my whole life, right? I've lived in Fargo, North Dakota. Okay, in Fargo, North Dakota, a guy like me, the way I look.
I'm sorry to hear. I'm sorry for your losses.
Like my whole demeanor doesn't come across. Everyone's like this. Holy shit.
You were robbed.
You're built from a different fucking cloth there, player. You're not built for this small town shit. And I say, I get it. So then I jump up here and it's like this. I kind of get like Blanca in Street Fighter. I resonate this fucking electricity and I get Blanca energy, and I apologize. It's just, it frustrates me when I see remedial shit get praised. And I literally got the whole chat being like, this guy fucking constantly is just talking too much. It's like this. It's because
it's not that, TK. It's not even how much you talk. It's your energies. It's like, have you ever seen Dragon Ball Z?
Pardon me.
Oh, sorry. It is the volume at which you talk, but I think it's the energies that makes it kind of oppressive. Sorry, and I can't make the Super Saiyan analogy, but like there's this thing they have in Dragon Ball Z called Super Saiyan. It's like you always come on panel and you immediately go into Super Saiyan. Like the smallest thing gets you to go that way. It's like you're ready to fight. And all I'm saying is like, I
see myself as being, because Jack, okay, so I'll work on it because I know that Jack's working on it with an anger issue or like a patience issue. I got to deal with my patience, I guess, because I have a problem with patience, seeing remedial activity. And it's like, it's upsetting when I can't keep praising the goofy. You know what I mean? I'm so sick of praising the goofy and me getting called the person that's like, that's told to be quiet. Oh, stop it. We want a guy like Frank Monday to come in. He's a real comedian.
Frank did nothing.
Frank did nothing. In a Gravitron in China.
She did that to intentionally irk you.
Frank, your room is tilted at a crazy. Did you ever ride that ride at the fair? Turn your camera on. I bet now you'll be upside down, just like in a Gravitron when it lifts up. And it's a beautiful thing, but that's how I knew you were in China. That's when I knew I could trust you. Okay.
Holy cows.
Nobody else paid attention. Nobody else paid attention. The sun rising. They didn't even see the backgrounds. They didn't notice it was pitch black when I first got here, and the sun rose. I did notice all them things. I did come at you a lot. But it's because you were, I guess it was like a alpha thing. I guess we'll say it's that, for lack of a better way. But it was like this. Blazing Frank Monday. Well, Tommy King's here now. TK is ready to, and I know JT Money gives me a lot of time, and I know Melanie will she'll be patient with me as well. So that was it. And I do apologize. I do come in hot because we're glazing this boring ass Jeremy. Is he not boring?
We need to land the plane though.
I was gonna say, Jack, is he not boring at the museum?
There's an energy of that, but it's not the totality of him. He's not completely boring. He brings the chaos and the content, and he's willing to step out and push his own limits.
Yep. Well, he contributes to Earth. He poops. He eats, and then the shit goes into the. Yes, sir.
You're a Leo. I heard that.
Yeah.
Did that come out? Right.
For sure.
Okay. So me too. And here's what you said. There's some similarities. Both of us can do a better job of growing our patience, right? And our ability to communicate. Because kind of what Melanie said, we have this tendency to come across too much, right? In whatever direction that is. And people kind of shut down or they miss out what we're saying.
It does. With me, it's a fine line because I feel like there's so many people that usually are stepping on each other when they talk. Here, it's a different pace. You can actually have a thought can come through.
Do you like racing games?
Yeah, where I'm usually at, it's
Well,
like
I got an analogy then. So let's say you're streaming by yourself and you're talking straight to your audience, right? That's like you're in a top fuel dragster and you can just hit the fucking gas and go straight for as long as you want. With two people, that's when you start having like your basic, like easy level turns. And then panels like this are like hard turns. Like you got to slow down, you got to brake, you got to take very precise turns and navigate the track. You keep going at things like a top fuel dragster and then hitting the wall of a corner whenever somebody else tries to
skimming the wall.
Yep.
I'm skimming the wall. I haven't crashed yet.
I would say it's not. You're hitting it perpendicular.
Cold trickle. If anybody knows what cold trickle is,
I don't know.
He crashed. JT knows what I'm talking about. Cold trickle. How'd he drive, Jack?
Oh, it's fast, right?
He was a fucking Leo too. I bet Tom Cruise was a Leo. You know it.
Absolutely.
That mellow yellow car, or do you like the pink and black one? I'm out of here with
know.
this. The mellow yellow car is the end of the movie.
You can drift
pink
too.
And black one's like a paint. And then early in the movie, he had like a rainbow color. I can't remember, but you remember. You know what I was going with, cold trickle.
Vaguely, I remember. There's a reference. Huh? Days of Thunder.
It's cold trickle.
Yeah, that's where it was.
So what did you think when I said cold? Did you give me a fake laugh?
No, I knew it was a
Leo'd me.
Yeah, I probably did.
You did a little bit. You fake came. You just fake orgasmed with me, and it worked.
Non-sexual.
You honestly did that. I have a whole story about a person that pretended to read a book that I had read, and she took it to the max. We're going to end with that. Cold Trickle from Days of Thunder.
Okay.
And that was a great reference. He crashed a lot of cars, but you have to crash a lot of cars to get to the mellow yellow car.
Mm-hmm.
Have a great rest of your night. Message board posters. Jack, when I'm talking, can you chill? August 7th, 1982. August 7th, 1982. Tell me you're Leo. We're Leo battling. How strong is your Leo?
Oh, I love
who's
you.
the alpha lion in this pack?
Thank you for joining.
Main character
Much love,
syndrome
TK.
or what?
Half-Ass didn't get much to say, and I'm
No,
just going to
he
go
hasn't.
quickly. Thank you for having me. That was fun all around.
Oh, take him, Mel.
And if there's anything someone should take away from this, it's that I'm not funny.
You have your moments. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Are you actually wrapping this up, Jack, or is this just people dropping off? Oh, you are wrapping up. Okay, in that case, then I'll bid you adieu. Yeah, this was interesting. I got to give Jeremy at least some credit. That was the only thing I came up here for. Was that he at least got on stage?
Yes.
You know, is that in itself is a major step. I mean, okay, sure, his set just sucked balls, like complete. I swear to God, I didn't. My lips didn't even curl upwards once. I was like, holy shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. The sound was sucky as well.
Yeah.
And Grace was talking half the time and you could even hear her like deep breathing. So it wasn't like it was great, but I mean, come on. Oh my goodness. Oh, you ever watch something so crazy? The only time I feel that cringy is when I watch like The Office, the British Office, especially with Ricky Gervais, because like the hairs on the back of your neck stand on it. You feel bad for the person in front of you, and you're like, oh my God, please, Lord, let it stop. Let the earth open up and swallow him now. If there's any mercy in heaven, God will strike him down. Just to save him. But no, I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The fact that he had the testes, the testicular fortitude to make those steps, to step on that stage and just give it a go. That's all that matters, and good on him. And I hope he he actually just needs someone to write a bit of.
You muted yourself. You're muted somehow.
Sorry about that.
There you
Sorry
go.
about that. I clicked the wrong button there. I just hope that he gets maybe he works with Grace or someone to write some like a 5-minute set, and he'll be all right. He'll be all right. It'll be okay. Take care.
Hey,
Thank you. Have a good one. Peace.
Respect. I appreciate you joining, and you're welcome. Returning.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll catch you again. I say I caught you with Barnabas a few times, and I was hoping Barnabas. I think Barney's going to make a comeback to YouTube. He's uploaded a couple of videos. He just took a hiatus. I think possibly a ladies thing. He got involved, and he you know how it is. Hose before bros.
That's it.
Take care.
Hey,
bye.
Appreciate you joining, brother. Thank you sincerely. And Frank, thank you. My brother from across the pond, or as TK said, the other side of the country, right?
That's right. That's right. California. California. Good show today, Jack. Thanks for having us all up. Thanks for the level of patience you show every day in dealing with this thing that is the panelverse. The IRL offer for Jeremy was real. I think he did good for his first set. Like, 50% of the thing is showing up. So my advice to him would be go to comedy shows, start building your book, work on your sets. I mean, have fun with it. If it's something he really wants to do, I think Ben is absolutely spot on that it needs to be like a boring hobby that he does regularly. So ghost and grind, and much love to you and everybody out in chat. It was a really fun time. Thanks for having us up, Jack.
Hey, brother. Appreciate you joining as well, and for the insight. Yeah. And it sounds like Grace is interested in connecting. So see what happens. Who knows?
Yeah, I think she did that more just to poke at TK than anything else. But yeah, he was a lot of fun too.
That could be too. All right. Blessings to you, my brother. I appreciate you. Sincerely, today, we talked about a lot, and our friend Jeremy, in my own hindsight, sometimes, I hope I didn't come across as trying to put him down or anything like that. I respect just what was brought up, the courage to go out and step out doing something like that. And here, you know what? I'm sure there will be consequences for my choices, but our friend Tommy has been in the back for a while.
Fucking friend. 50% of Frank's dental work is showing the fuck up. Do you know what today is, Jack?
January 30th.
And what day is that?
Is this your birthday by chance?
Yeah, you know what you're going to give me?
Time in the back?
You're going to bring up your last showing on my show, and you're going to make your audience watch it.
I don't know what that means.
Do you not understand English? Or do you understand Grace is your fucking daddy?
I'm going to bring up my last time with you or your last time with me.
Ever. And not on DJM, not on mine. If DJM wants to bring you up on our show, that'll be our last show. I'm sick of you. And everybody will understand. Bring it up. It was my last stream, Jack. It was the end of my last stream. It's not long. Come on. You got people that we can pretend are women. You got people that we can pretend are funny, and you can pretend you're a Christian. What did today's thumbnail and headline have anything to do with any of this typical Thorpe shit show?
It didn't. The stream certainly took a different direction.
How often have you held it against me to not go with your stupid shit show?
Quite often.
Yeah, you're a fucking hypocrite. Bring this shit up. I want everybody to see it.
What are you... First of all, you can show the attitude.
Here we go. Here we go. You're going to trump it up to not do it like a coward.
Your narrative is irrelevant.
What's the guy from Welcome Back, Cotter? Who is it? I always forget his name.
Do you want me to cooperate?
In the Balmerino stance. Are you in the principal's office?
Do you want me to cooperate or not?
That's what I'm going to hear you say whenever I'm twisting your arm behind your back further than you'd like it to go. and then I'm gonna Miss Piggy you into oblivion.
This is what you want?
Is it when you got brought up?
I don't know. It's the last stream.
Well, you remember that stream that came up, don't you? I gotta live outside and help people get their shit back that are freezing right now. And they gotta wait because you put me through 2 more hours of your bullshit show than I'd like to have sat through.
Well, it was a choice you made.
No, you made a choice many times that you want to pass off and trump up as the other person's fault. You know, like your bonehead son doesn't want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
What an idiot, right?
I didn't say that.
Oh, you did.
I said he's making a mistake. That's for sure.
No, he's not. He's not, because he's breaking a generational curse. Your fucking great-grandfather didn't get a job with Lincoln. You can't keep a job or a family you want. And he's good to stay away from you, just like any of us. And you keep hanging with the Thorpes, Jack, because it's just going a different route that you were going with Paul.
Hey, I don't think I was there. Yeah, I didn't visit you yesterday. So it wasn't your last stream.
Then the one before that. I'm sorry that you're so shallow you wouldn't remember which stream, because I actually have titles, you know? Don't worry, these people will wait, Jack, because they know it's worth watching.
I don't think so.
Well, you better find it.
Why didn't you come prepared? You had enough time in the back. Why couldn't you figure it out?
Do you hear yourself right now? Why don't you come prepared on any nothing show you do? Oh, because you can just let the Thorpes take it. Why do they do that when they have their own channel?
What do you want to show?
Well, from when you get there to when you're...
I'm not a Yakuza mob boss. I am nothing like that. I don't have any...
Christos, are you ahead of me on this?
So is that Tekken or is that Japanese Mafia?
Can you pull up that video that says I tried to do a thing via a movie thing? And oh, that's another thing I forgot to get to. I think maybe the authentic versus, what was the other word? You and Untrackable were saying between authentic and another word.
Yeah, what was it? Honest?
No, it's another word that we assume means authentic, but I have a theory now after you guys mentioned that. It's not endearing, but it's on the tip of my tongue, kind of like endearing.
Love?
No, what was the word? It's like, are you being authentic? And then there's, well, if you're this, that's like being authentic.
Genuine?
Yes, genuine. Maybe the way we say wisdom is knowledge in action, maybe there's something like that to authentic and genuine. Like maybe if you are genuine, you'll be authentic, or maybe the other way around. I think that might be right. If those words are even thesaurus in the way that I'm theorizing, maybe it's like wisdom and knowledge, maybe a genuine...
What are we trying to find? Please.
Well, for one thing... Genuine show in a million years. I'm not even going to try and
give that more thought later.
Me on your show and piss me off and immediately cut my first sentence off complaining about my audio that's only bad because you'll allow 7 fucking Thorpes to stomp on it. Bring it the fuck up! I'm gonna beat your ass, Jack, for real.
Praise God. Truth or Con, welcome to you.
Mr. Talcott, how's it going, dude? Dude, man, I was trying to get up here for that whole fucking encounter. What? I've witnessed this man threaten your physical harm several times.
Mm-hmm.
Not once has he made it come true. And nor would I want him to. I don't think he wants to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's wanting to do.
Yeah, me either, to be honest. I wish he would have stuck around and like spoken like a man. You know, he was given his voice for a reason. He feels like he has to yell for some reason he could be heard. I don't think he's quite caught up to the fact that he is heard, unfortunately.
Yep.
Just like me, it can be rather unfortunate that I'm heard sometimes.
Yeah.
Jack, you're not supposed to agree. You're supposed to say, "Truth to come, I love hearing from you."
No, it's true. There's plenty of people on here, himself, you, myself too. We've got a desire. We want to be heard. I think that's why Tommy's yelling at me, because he's feeling unheard. He's feeling unseen, unrecognized. And that's because our hearts are so far apart. And that's not entirely my doing. I've tried to be a man of peace. I've tried to be forgiving. I've done my best to try and accommodate him. But what Tom didn't realize, yes, his first sentence was interrupted because he started going down the path of being derogatory and insulting and really pushing my understanding, pushing the language on the terms of service. Now, Grace and Ben, they've got more invested, more on the line with their streaming than I do. You know, and Grace even mentioned that she had it prepared to mute because Tom loves to say the things that he shouldn't be saying.
I did catch that. Yeah.
So, Tom, no, I'll talk to you somewhere else, but this ain't it. Tom, you're not going to come here and insult me and boss me around and then expect to get what you want. You can kiss my ass, little boy.
Can I listen to Tom boss me around for a moment?
No, I'm ready to shut down.
I get it, Jack. It's your show. It's your fucking rules, man. Who am I to argue with you? I'd look like a fool to argue with you about that. Dude, so your boy Don Lemon, you're just gonna leave him hanging? He reached out to you, you didn't get back. You know, now he's in jail. Whoa.
This is will actually work out for him and for his advantage. It's I think it is another foolish move by the current administration. You know, going out and putting the people in jail who report on the incidents and not putting
Don Lemon did brag quite a bit about J6ers getting locked up and this and that. He pushed that whole narrative, so he did lay his own caucus there. It's like,
fair enough. So it's karma coming around, I guess.
But we have to be that's a very sensitive thing because they try to inflame our emotions and get us triggered against one another so that we hang ourselves like that in front of people. And Don Lemon is like, he might be coming around. He might, dude. Don Lemon might be your biggest client, dude.
You know, there's a lot of people.
Needs some help.
What's that?
He clearly needs some help.
He's got a team. He's got people around him. He's got a lot more support in his life than someone like me does.
I don't know about that, Jack. I don't know about that, Mom. I think man, you're pretty brutal on yourself. So are most people. A lot of people are brutal on you in return.
Well, this is the thing. I'm not saying it as a bad thing. I mean, I'm still strong on my own. I know I could do better if I had a team and had some support. You know, and I wish they were questioning him about the things I've said, because the things I've said, I actually feel the government needs to listen to. It's time to end this nonsense of, yeah, we're heading towards a path of, well, totalitarianism, tyranny. It's nonsense what this world is going to, but must start wrapping up, brother.
Well, Jack, are you gonna try and wrap us up in a warm blanket? Is that what you want to do? You're gonna wrap us up and keep us warm on this cold fucking night, dude. I had a high fucking, it wasn't even double digits today, dude. Oh my god.
I'm sure Tommy's rage is enough to keep him and others warm. And Tom, you're absolutely not getting brought up if you're going to be playing fucking stunts like that, idiot. Nope.
If Tommy's rage is what's going to keep us warm and get ice out of here, listen, Jack, I'm all about it's fucking cold, dude. Get this ice out of here. I want the warm temperate climate.
Tell you what, you wanted to, maybe you can sweet talk Tommy into joining your panel. You can go get a stream started.
Oh,
maybe
God.
we'll join you there.
You set me up, Jack. You set me up. We can see. We can see. I might go. I was actually, Jack. I was going to go live with you earlier.
Get the part where we watched the video. Bring it up after the video was over, you faggot. And Grace Thornton was my friend because she'd say nigger faggot more than I do.
Yeah, but Tom, the last time you tried to say that on her stream, she's the first one to shut you down, and you also called that out. So let's be real. No one's been more patient with you than Talcott has. So no one has been more patient with you than Jack has.
Just hold that until Jack plays this and act like you'd ever get on my panel again.
What am I supposed to play?
The part you were playing, except you can skip where we watched the video that very much I can't even begin to describe it. You got all those people talking shit in the chat. Let's show them how you are on my channel.
Yeah, Tommy, how about you show yourself to be a little bit more respectable on Jack's channel here, bro?
That's the point of this video.
All right.
Yeah, I told you want to hold that, Truther Cop. You want to hold that.
All right.
I'm going to have to replay my hit piece where I showed how every channel has humiliated you, and you need it. You're a neckbeard. You're a weeb. You're an Andy. You're an Andy Hodling or whatever the fuck.
Oh, Jack is attacking me. Boot him off the street.
You like that, Andy? I've answered all your questions. You're not mutually seeking. You're making fun of me. Ooh, there's a plot twist. Jack, it's my birthday. Play it. Why didn't you let me talk to El Perro again? Or my nigger TK? He likes to be called my nigger. He's done better on my channel than any other channel. He's Tommy King. I'm King Tommy. You get it? You get it?
The thing that's really crazy, everything, and it's a lot like Panel Parallel. Everything he tried to chase
you
and
weren't
not
there
let
that
me be
long.
outside of the argument, not let me just drop it. Every
Jack.
issue he took up with me before I left, he would accidentally either acknowledge the side I was saying was probably the thing, or somehow like incriminate or condemn his whole stance. And I'm like I said, it comes down to rural tweaker. It was lonely. It also helped that I called it. I mean, since I know that life and those people, eventually I was just like, look, man, I'm just really kind of fatigued from travel. Like, random fan situation kind of came out of left field with some stuff we didn't expect. I was like, I'm really just looking for a stop in this travel that I can just sit and edit. And even by the time I got to Roses, that's what I was telling them. I just needed a place I could chill and edit. And he was up my ass and like talked and then wanted to like turn every little disagreement into like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? And I mean also like economics, government shit. And I was like, dude, I was like, do you do that? I was like, it just would make a lot more sense. I was like, you kind of like have that thing, you just keep going. Like they're like, everybody knows me on the panel verse and you're wearing me out right now. Then he denied it and shit. Next day, casually, calmly produced his meth bong and asked me if I wanted it. Like, well, might as well do a peace fight now that you got me. And it's like, that didn't end the bullshit though. But it was what it was. I wasn't really in any danger, but it was just a shitty situation to be invited and put me in a thing and then deny that I'm being put through a thing. I don't know. It's all part of the plan though, because
you show up and have a conversation.
You can stop me out here. You can only rest on your.
What's that?
Why would you show up and do this? We're gonna get to the point where you're like talking about you're my biggest fan and you love me. Why would you do this? No, don't skip it, faggot. So what happened? Like whenever your son was with you, would you do things? And then like when somebody else is around you and your son, would you flip on him? Is that what you did?
We have modded him. Once again, there's a chat that agrees with us.
Book.
The thing that really pushed me into, like, Jack, there was a day you came out and just no one could tell you were wrong and you never let him again and you just stand on this bullshit. I I think I'm doing that the real way. And the thing that set it off was Wizards 2-year-old bullshit that I'm like, think of how many people will cite this guy, that he'll cite them back, just like he's thanking you for the raids and stuff. He's absolute nonsense, bullshit. And most of the time you're just a different version of that. And now we're finding even Sam High, see, it must be the life coach thing. You guys must all be getting the same looping bullshit from the same sources. Because I found the sources all this space consciousness bullshit comes from. So I honed in on that and looked in all that shit. So I've got a pretty good stance to shoot that stuff down now.
Don't go that long, Jack. Chill.
But I don't know why the chatters and Paul himself don't just see a guy that says, I read that book, it explains my life, it blew my mind, that book is true. And then every other panel, you're like, can't cite the book, don't believe the book, it's just written by men, Jesus was just a guy. It's plain as fucking gay to me. I don't see how they don't get it. It's like pointless. It's pointless for me to try and get you right or convince you. And that's why now I can just sit with you and be like, I don't know why they believe you. I don't get why they don't challenge you. Kind of the same with Paul. There was times I'd be like, Paul, I'm not saying you're not doing the thing. I'm saying in this particular detail that you're wrong. Like you're just wrong. You should just correct that. And it's like, we got to demonize him. Just like nobody stopped him on the constitutional shit he was wrong about. I expect my solid sits to be more constitutionally sound than just saying a thing.
Mm-hmm.
The forefathers approved of a 2-year funding of a standing army because they knew eventually you got to fight somebody off, and they probably just guesstimated most wars we could probably have it done in 2 years, either won or lost in 2 years. And they totally approved of full-time funding of the Navy because you don't suppress your people from boats outside the continent. So a lot of the takes that he says, oh, Jesus must have meant this and the forefathers must have meant that, it's not, because in reality, even with that voting stuff you guys were back on today, all the presidents except one are related to the same great granddaddy, and it's not Barack Obama that's not related to him. He's Sarah Palin's cousin. They're all skull and bones, secret society, just like the patterns of the streets of DC that you're sitting near. The streets are in the shapes of pentagram, owls, same owl that's on the Planned Parenthood, Moloch. That's Osiris's, aka Nimrod's dick, poking up in every major country that's supported by the Federal Reserve, has an obelisk. That's the 14th piece of Osiris that they couldn't find when he was chopped up into 14 pieces. His old lady only found 13, couldn't find that Lorena Bobbitt part. So that's why they pose it as giant fucking obelisks everywhere. Because it's always been a slow, solemn plan to bring that dude back. And this is probably the first year of my life I'll come out publicly and like, yes, most of the Iraq war and Middle East wars were to narrow down and pinpoint where Odin's fucking grave was and obtain Nephilim DNA. And Saddam Hussein, I think, was very aware of that. Also had his own excavations going on that tip. I think he thought he was the reincarnation of somebody from the Osiris time. And I believe it, because whenever they hung him, he just stone faced. He's like, fascism will not end with the hanging of one man. And damn, that's some fucking gangster shit. I gotta respect a dude that can just take his death like that. You give me the right death, I could do it too. If I know the right entities, or if much less the world is watching. Like whenever I used to tell people, oh, are you a Christian? Oh, whenever we have our government necktie party and our heads go rolling, I'm gonna blink more times after I'm decapitated than you're gonna blink. I'm gonna win. I'll blink more times than you'll blink after my head's decapitated.
Hey, I want to thank you for the time, but my eyes are crossing. I feel like I'm falling asleep, so I'm gonna
That's this demonic stronghold. It's the same way when I picked that good book up after an 8 ball of methamphetamines, 3 monsters, and a good night's rest. I still yawning as I start to read the Bible. It's demonic stronghold.
Any suggestions?
Yeah, fasting and prayer. It's the only way to remove demons.
Is that more patronization?
Blessings. I wish you peace. Thank you.
There won't be peace.
Is that more patronization?
There'll only be 3.5 years of peace.
Was that more patronization? Like the last time you said, Tom, teach me on that book, and you said you were just patronizing me?
I don't know that any of my answers would matter to you.
Yo, they do matter. That's the deflection. I'm asking you for your honest, genuine answer. Was that more patronization? Because the first time you said, Tom, teach me that book, you waited till after that to say I was just patronizing you.
Tom, I would not ask you to teach me about the Bible.
But you did.
If I did, I was patronizing you.
So was that time also patronizing me when you asked what to do about that demonic stronghold?
Well, I asked, and if you had any answers of value, I'd consider it, but I didn't hear any, so I guess I was patronizing you.
That's not what patronizing means. Do you know what patronizing means?
Feel free. Explain
Tell me.
your version.
Well, Jack, to show that you're in this looping deflection, patronizing is just, wagging that dog like people come up on your panel and do and get respected for it, unlike people that shoot you straight like I just did. So tell me what real shit congressional addressing presidential war ending type person you are. Because see, a lot of these people in your chat, they're just gripping onto a thing that's, I don't know, they're staying in the past. And I can't find the past that validates what they're saying. You got a lot of lost children of Paul and a lot of fake fucking supporters patronizing you.
That's all. There's not real support. There's not real genuine care.
Are you really genuine?
Tom,
Are you really genuine?
I am.
Oh, no, so we skipped the part where you told me how much you love me and you're my friend and stuff, and you're my biggest fan.
I try to be, but...
No, you don't.
Did you see how you spoke to me and screamed at me again today?
Victim blaming. Victim blaming.
No, you're
See,
the manipulator.
you're supposed to be the fruit of the spirit, right?
You love to blame for any reaction. That's the game that you and other devils have been playing with.
See, you're lost. This is why it's you will never make progress. We have years of your footage of what a fuck up you are, and we have the third time we've reviewed you telling how you lost your job and your family, and you're still in denial about it. It's not just me, Jack.
It is. No, it's not.
Really? Tell me, would you like to unpack that?
No, I'm tired of this, Tom.
Right. Loop harder. Never come back.
Regardless of what Tom might think, regardless of what anyone might think, I do care. I care about a lot of people. I care about my son. I care about my friends and family from the past. I care about many of the people I've met online. So, Tom, enjoy. Have a wonderful night. And I did, I don't know what that was going to achieve, but for anyone who doesn't understand, that was my efforts to try and offer peace, to try and comply with the unreasonable and the unruly. And I know, makes Jack look bad. Jack's obviously not to be taken seriously because I entertain the likes of Snafu and Tommy here. But praise God. Praise God indeed. Today, the topic, we got way off the topic. Awareness of light, awareness of truth, awareness of love. And you know what? I actually loved the thumbnail today, so I'm going to bring us out with this. In the background of the stream, the message behind this is rejoice, give thanks to the Lord. And my prayer, not just for me, but for those of you who may experience me. My prayer is, may Jesus be seen in me, in spite of me. I'm going to wrap it up from there. Brothers and sisters, thank you again. From me to you. Till next time, choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. God bless us all. Peace.